Here we go. Hey, hello everybody. What is happening? It's BigJackFilms here. Welcome to another live stream. It has been a hot minute. There are reasons for this actually this time around. First and foremost, I'm sorry there has not been one in a while. Main reason being, I have been super duper busy finishing up the last Jurassic Park episode, Jurassic World Dominion. Which, good news, we have a release date, which you might have seen on my social media, but we also have a trailer coming out Friday, so look forward to that. It's really exciting. I've already shown a few of my colleagues the episode. Not only have they said it's amazing, but they said it's very emotional, so grab your tissues. But to the point, I'm really excited to share with you guys the final chapter of the Jurassic Park Legacy reviews. There is a lot happening. On top of that, I'm doing a couple other things. Might be writing a Christmas special this year. You guys might be getting one. And we are right now really knee-deep on production of the Star Wars prequel trilogy. That's what's happening right now. So much shit is hitting the fan for us here. And yeah, it's really exciting. Really exciting stuff. And yeah, today is mostly just, essentially just cleaning house. We're just going into our drives, we're moving everything over to the other drives, and we're going to be just doing that while I answer questions and talk to you guys, and just have a jolly good time today. So, welcome everybody in the chat. Welcome, Alias Veris. Hey Jack, my boy, good fan film, Godzilla Final Wars, fantastic. Hi Sammy Teen, good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Star Master. Good to see you. Shark King. This guy, Sugarless Productions, just posted a video ranking all the James Cameron movies. Very nice. Good to see you stream. The soundtrack is from 2016. Don't say nostalgic, Ethan. That makes me feel so goddamn old. No. Fall clean is something to do. Yeah, for sure. Hi, David. Good to see you. Sammy, again, welcome. Osiris, welcome. Now, anybody wondering where the hell's Honey Bear? She is at work right now, so she unfortunately cannot meet us for the stream. She might come in later, but we'll see what's happening. Might have some friends come in. It's just a typical live stream. Now that I'm not doing as much work right now, it's more just working on getting back into a routine here. Merry Christmas plus Happy May the 4th. Well, that's not for another month, man. Star Wars prequels, yep, those are coming. Hi, Zane, good to see you. Eric Bauer, good to see you. Went to Disney World. Oh, fantastic! I'm glad you had fun. You went on Dinosaur a few times. Was the Orca in Ready Player One review from Orca 77? Yes. Answer to that question. Something I can kind of bring up is I'm planning to do a documentary making of a couple of my episodes in the next little bit at some point. But what it is that it's the idea with Ready Player One was how much of my stuff can we squeeze into one production. So Orca was there to answer your question. So I hope that clears it up. Can't wait to see Dominion. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. And just to give you sort of a runtime, this thing's about 2 hours. And I will also say this, and this is not giving much away, it's going to be a two-parter. It's going to be a two-parter, and it's going to be, 2 parts long, and because there's a lot. In total, it's about 2 hours. And it's a huge, intricate storyline, wraps everything up, a lot of special effects, a lot to work on. So there was that. When do you think you plan to stream, like, somewhere near 5? I mean, I don't know, really. We'll see how it goes. Thank you so much, Osiris. That is my Honey Bears website, Resiliency and Me. If you guys want to go support a really good cause, Resiliency and Me is an organization that allows kids who need mental health and therapy, who come from low-income housings, to get the providing stuff right there. Definitely worth checking out her website. Thank you so much. Yes, and again, these are the following rules. Let's go through the rules quickly beforehand. First of all, keep everything civil. Second, don't spam the same question until I say yes. You're not going to be like the general in the Rambo NES game. 1, the game cannot continue until you say yes. We're not going to be doing that. Keep things civil. Don't too much debate. Nothing. Also, another rule, nothing political, please. We don't like to get into that. No drama, no toxic stuff. And I should also make an announcement. I did say it on my Instagram. For those wondering where my Twitter account went, I've officially left Twitter. I'm done with Twitter. I'm Twitter free. I've been Twitter free for about a week. Feels good. I'm not a big fan of it anymore. It never benefited me. It never made me any profit. It was just there for a couple of business connections, and I found other means to talk to them. But regardless, I have quit Twitter. No longer there. I'm still on Threads, but I don't go in there often, and I will not get Blue Sky. None of that format really benefits me. So you can still find me on my other handles, but I am done Twitter. On top of that, we've actually increased on Patreon, which is amazing, by the way. For those who supported us, thank you so much. Definitely, if you guys want to go check out our Patreon, any support does help the channel immensely. So, huge thank you for that. But, yeah, just keep the rules, and also with Super Chats, send us what you want. If you want us to react to something, we under Super Chats. But, yeah. Hi, AJ Productions. Good to see you. So there's so much going on. Yes, I have heard about Tony Todd, and for that, Sammy, tune in Monday. We have a new opening night. We're gonna have an opening night Thursday and an opening night Monday. So tune in for that. I won't say what they are, but if you go to our Patreon, you can check it out. All right, let's just go through here. Super excited for the Dominion. Yeah, y'all ain't seen nothing yet. This shit's gonna slap. This thing's gonna be amazing. When will the Dominion be released? It'll be released November 30th. So, but we will have to hold your interest in taste buds a trailer out Friday. So there's that. Didn't miss anything, James. Welcome to the chat. Also, correspondents that have been like, no! I thought we were done that. I thought we were over that shit. Another question about the Orca scene in the review was why was it on the good guy's side it was able to hit from trauma of listening? Well, you know, after 50 years, I think the Orca would probably forgive some shit. And it's sort of, I'll say this, in terms of why there were, like, creatures and dinosaurs and stuff in the battle. It's very much equivalent to, in The Hobbit, when Gandalf, whenever the Battle of Five Armies happened, he told Radagast, you must summon every bird and beast to help. So, like, not just armies of people, it's armies of animals to come in and help fight against evil. It was like the whole fate of the world was at stake. And actually, speaking of, I'm going to do a little plug-in campaign. I don't know if you guys have seen this guy named Spectro. What's his handle? His YouTube channel. Spectro Halotonic, I think is how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. I apologize. Or Spectro Halotic. I don't know. But he's got 2,000 subscribers. He is putting out on Saturday a brand new retrospective. It's going to be a huge set of parts about the Reviewerverse, like a whole canonical timeline of the Reviewerverse from AVGN to Channel Awesome to all these other creators up to us. And it's going to be a very cool series that you get to see sort of a short, abridged, sort of here's how everything connects in continuity essay about the Reviewerverse. Definitely go check it out Saturday. I will link it in when it comes out, but I've seen an early preview of it. I'm very excited for this. Like, this is going to be a very cool retrospective. Really looking forward to it, so definitely go check that out. Let's see how many other questions we have here. Yeah, I know, like copyright, that's the other thing. Okay, so answer the question about copyright material, by the way. So, lately, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but YouTube, in terms of copyright content ID, has been a bit of a pain in the ass for us. They have been claiming left and right. They have been claiming either blocking. Like, we did our first attempt on Jurassic World Dominion Part 1, and it got blocked. So we had to go in and change it. We took the Linkara route where when he reviewed Man of Steel, he put stills over the footage. And that is ultimately what we did with our Dominion, is that half of it clips, half of it stills. Only to beat the content ID bots. So we do apologize if it's not full footage. But it's a new format we're trying. We're actually definitely upgrading and changing some stuff in the way we work and operate. But that's just something I wanted to bring up because it's going to be interesting how these next few episodes come out, essentially. So, yeah, we're going to go back and some of our episodes, like, we might even do that for Batman Mask of the Phantasm. We might, like, try to fix it and then eventually re-upload it or something. Like, but we're going to keep it up for now because we actually also have a backup plan where we make some of the money on the shorts by cutting the best parts of it and putting it into the 2 shorts, which actually has helped the algorithm. Is also a good backup plan. But yeah, bye Twitter. Say, Jack, did you watch Transformers 1? I did. I love that scene. That scene's really cool. It really does suck. My God, we got a lot of people coming in. It's good to see everybody. Hi, Lizard Productions. Good to see you. Which of these unmade Kong films might work as a sequel? King Kong vs. Frankenstein or The Great Adventure? The New Adventures I would like to see. That'd be interesting. When I reach my season 1 finale, it's going to be insane with a lot of action, special effects. All right. Very cool, Dean. I'm looking forward to that. Guys, go check out his show, Appaloosa, on Lifeforce Films. Definitely worth checking out. Let's see here. Toy Story 5 is still unnecessary. Yes, it is. But I'll still go see it, because I love the franchise. November 30th is going to be an amazing day because of a dinosaur game called Carnivores. Really? Okay, I've never heard of this game. What is something you want to see in Jurassic World Rebirth? I want to see a bit more world building. I want Site B. I want my Spinosaurus. I still want my traditional dinosaurs. I just want a good story. I want a good story that adds to the plot. I want something that's not going to be held back by any Hollywood politics or, changing things that are not, sensitive. I want a good plot. I want a very good story. And I'm very excited to see what they do with that. I'm waiting for a trailer. I'm hearing rumors. Trailer might drop during Wicked, but I cannot confirm or deny that. I don't know. I don't have enough information, but it would be nice to see the trailer this year. By watching YouTubers, I figured out how to do low-budget fight scenes. Exactly! Very good! You're doing your homework, Fiction Nexus. I'm very proud of you. That's amazing. Definitely looking forward to what you got there. Yes, I want Jeff Goldblum, but I think this time he should be the wizard kind of character. Wizard. Very much the John Hammond. Yes, that's what they should do. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to see what the don't you mean the Wizard of Oz? The Wizard of Oz. Yes. So yeah, that's Rebirth. I think Rebirth is going to be fun. I'm actually looking forward to this more than I did Dominion. That's the crazy part. So I'm looking forward to that more than Jurassic World Dominion. I'm just going to change a little bit nicer. But yeah, it's just that's exciting. What else is happening on our end? Yeah, but I'm working on a Christmas special. I've been doing it with my traditional special, so I'm gonna get another one in there. And this Spectra. So he's got this retrospective coming out on the Reviewverse. If you guys want to go check it out, please do. I am very excited for that. But anyway, yeah, we're just taking the day. We're just me cleaning up my drives because there's just so much I have to clean up because after I think 3 or 4 projects, I'm actually running out of space, so I have to try to find a way to now integrate this a lot into what I'm working on right now. So let's see what I can do here. Also, I'm already having issues. Just a sec. All right, hang on a sec, guys. Seriously, why is this crashing? Oh my god. Okay. Well, no, actually, we're not going to worry about it right now. Let's, whoa. Okay. That's weird. Anyway, so, yeah, just been relaxing. Just been chilling, just been relaxing, and, doing some stuff. Yeah, that was weird. Okay, so apparently my drive just had an issue there. It can't handle everything. I'll worry about it later. But, yeah, been working on that, been busy with a bunch of stuff. I'm definitely going to have to do, like, oh my god, I just realized I'm going to have to do a recap. I'm going to recap to get people catched up on the plot because it's been a while since we've done the last recap. But, yeah. We're also thinking about maybe doing, like, a live stream reviewerverse commentary where, like, we'll go through our content and maybe do it. Something like Kara and a lot of people, I think Xandrew did it as well. We might do something like that. Yeah, it's just a good time to answer a lot of questions for fans because I know a lot of you guys have been asking, like, what's been happening with project and stuff, and things have been happening. So yeah, I took a break from live streams because there was like not really enough time and energy to do them. But you're lucky you caught me when you did. Jack, it won't let me do my super chats. But I was going to say very much Transformers 1 post credit scene. Yeah, definitely gonna have to. Yeah, I'll have to figure that out. Because that's strange that it's not happening. You might want to check on that. But we'll see what we can do. I have seen the post-credit scene, and I really liked it. I thought it was really cool that they're setting up essentially the Decepticons. Still waiting for Gallaghar and the Monsterverse. Me too. Me too. I know you don't play Yu-Gi-Oh, but I've almost first rolled my deck. Nice! That's not entirely true. I played Yu-Gi-Oh once or twice. Decent game. I'm more interested in the anime, and in fact, that's one project we're working on right now. I can't say much, but we might be doing something Yu-Gi-Oh-centric. Certain reviewers are part of my files of a project called Reviewer Alliance. Ooh. Go on. But yeah, I'll be interested to see what that's. I'm all about that reviewer versus continuity. Give me that juice. While on the subject of whatever that is, despite the recent negative feedback, I'm seeing the movie Red One. Oh! That Santa Claus movie? Okay, that's gonna be interesting. Let's see here. I'm just gonna go. How would you envision King Kong in Africa if Peter Ramsey's made that instead of King Kong Lives? I imagine it would be very much like Mighty Joe Young, where it would be more of. I mean, imagine Kong being more of a god there. I would actually have it end where he stays there. He stays in Africa, and that's his new home. It would be a much bigger environment for him, and he would be more accepted in there than he would be any other civilization. That's what I would do. I'm rooting for it to beat Lion King, whatever the hell that movie's called. So that's got to be something. So there's essentially something happening. Since you've seen Twisters with the cameo, did you know that herself was recently noticed as the greatest woman in Legend of Korra? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. My God, we got so many questions here. Jacqueline Cole is Andrew Erod review. Interesting. I would say fiction exists that I don't know about Erod. I know he still does reviews, but in terms of like that reviewer versus continuity, I think he's retired from that since certain events during the pandemic happened that he retired from the film productions, from shooting big ones like that, which I understand, respect. So unless he's sort of on the sidelines being sort of a sort of like in the background, that I don't see him making too big of a comeback anytime soon. Have I watched your movie Sucks? I have watched his content. I love his Lion King retrospective. I've maybe talked to him once or twice. Not a bad guy, actually. Really cool dude, actually. I really like YMS. I think he's got interesting ways of projecting his content, but I'm not going to get into that. But I think he is really cool. He's really got a nice guy. I have not seen. Yeah, I haven't even seen any of them. Believe it or not, James. I have not seen any of the Venom movies. Excited to see Lord of the Rings. Yes! In fact, that is my last major opening night thing that I put on my what's called a vision board that me and my girlfriend have been doing for a year now. That is the last one I have to cross off that I have to see. So I am very excited for that. Okay, pick which classic monsters in the Godzilla franchise that you're not talking about my fan film. I don't know. I haven't seen the full list. I tried out the new Kong game that came out last month, and it's actually surprisingly good. Really? I've heard mixed about it. I do have to definitely at some point do an update on the Kong video games. I have to do a second episode, because there's been some new games that have been happening that are just crazy right now. Favorite dinosaur in Chaos Theory? I really have enjoyed the Baryonyx, what they've been doing with it. And I really liked the T-Rex in some of the recent movies, or some of the recent from season 1. That was really cool. I want to definitely see more from the novel, and I definitely want to see more of the actual dinosaurs that we know and love. Okay, the history of the storyline. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. All right, I like that. I like that idea. Wondering to rule them all exactly. How would you describe the Babe-verse, Jack? Mixed. Sometimes it's great. Sometimes it's shit. I didn't see that movie yet. Would you like to see a Zilla in the Monsterverse? It'd be interesting. Don't know how they could get the rights. It's all about rights, guys. I didn't cry. I just thought it was well respected. Wondering to bring them all, and then the darkness bind them. Hey, I'm just gonna Text somebody here. There we go. Planned to buy Kong game for PS5. Nice! I mean, yeah, for sure, it's probably gonna be better than that piece of shit. Let's see here. Have I seen Ben 10? That was past my time, so I kind of didn't really watch that. I have seen Africa Screams. Very funny film. I've mentioned it a few times. Welcome, Cinematic Trash, by the way. Hope you're doing good, man. Hope things are well. How would you introduce Gamera in the Monsterverse? Describe him as an ancient guardian of the Earth. One of the original guardians of the Hollow Earth would be interesting. That's what I would do. What is a tip you would give on practical effects since I announced my Kong film? Stay within your means of your budget. Know your limits. And try to keep your ambitions cooled down. Treat your ambitions like a nuclear power plant. You don't want to go overheat it, or else you're going to end up creating a disaster for yourself and your environment. So you definitely want to play to your strings, play what you got, know what you're capable of, and you can either push it to where you can actually succeed, or you keep limited to knowing what your limits are. And sometimes limiting yourself actually makes the story better, is what I can say to that in terms of practical effects. I'm interested to know your thoughts on Mission Impossible films. I've never watched them. I've seen like maybe clips, but never the full films. It was never a franchise I never got into. It's the same thing with James Bond. Never been too much into the spy genre. The only one I know of that I love is Austin Powers. Exactly. Love that fucking song. Love that song. I reviewed it. It's on my channel. It's on the King Kong Video Games episode. But I played it on the Xbox, or 360. Do much better than the Kong game. Yep. I think Megatron is the best Transformers media. Who do you think? David K. Hands down, David K. One character I thought was interesting named Rhea. Okay, that's interesting. Thought of Time at the Monsterverse. Okay, creative. I guess is the term. Hey, Vincent, good to see you. I've only seen Fallout. Fallout, I heard, was a good show. I never played the games. What's something you want for Hollywood to change for the future of filmmaking in the film industry? When it comes to franchises, respect what came before. And make sure you stay to what came before. Do not change a narrative and also don't change an established character's backstory for the sake of modern politics, because it's just not going to age well. And don't turn your IPs into World War II propaganda films, because that's what I've noticed. What they've done is that they've turned them into those World War II propaganda cartoons, and that's okay for cartoons because they're cartoons, but not billion-dollar movies. I get the idea, because whatever spends the most money is guaranteed to get the biggest audience that you can talk to about this and project. But the reason why is because nobody wants to go to an escapist movie to hear that projection from one individual. They want to hear, if anything, you got to hear it from multiple people, and that can be very challenging to do. But if you're telling something like, say, a Star Wars story, you want to, I think one thing with Star Wars they should definitely do, especially with the announcement of a new trilogy, you got to give us some world building. You got to do stuff that the sequels were too afraid to do, because one thing I noticed that is actually I think a major flaw with the sequel trilogy, they were trying to get as far away from the prequels as humanly possible, not knowing that the prequels weren't as bad as they were made out to be, because the opinions only came from one generation of Star Wars fans, and that was the original fans. Whereas people like myself, millennials and onward, we grew up with the prequels. We appreciate the prequels. It makes us appreciate the original trilogy a lot more. And I think that was a mistake to listen to that era of fans saying the prequels. I get for The Force Awakens, but like for the other latter two films, you shouldn't have done that. You should have expanded on talking about it. Maybe there was a contract with George Lucas about it. I don't know, but they had to. I would have liked to, at least in The Force Awakens, it didn't have to be prominent to the plot like in Phantom Menace, but at least a 5-minute scene on Coruscant or on any Republic planet and have a scene in the Senate. I know everybody was like, oh no, not the Senate scenes, those are boring. But I go back and watch the prequels, I realize that's some of the most intricate shit in Star Wars, is to see the world building and you see much more how a democracy, a republic, becomes the evil empire. And you have to, like, at least for 5 minutes, explain the last 30 years from episode 6 to episode 7. That was the biggest problem. Like, why isn't Leia Organa, the leader of the Rebel Alliance, one of the key factors in its victory, not being nominated as Supreme Chancellor? And you don't tell me it in some stupid book. Like, the only thing I've heard is like, oh, they found out she was the daughter of Vader, so therefore that wasn't allowed. That they couldn't risk the evil coming back. Like, but that wasn't Vader, it was the Emperor. So it's just like, stuff like that would have been interesting, at least in the first 5 minutes. Leia could have been, I think that's probably why Leia stuck with the Resistance, because she still felt like a rebel, even to the Republic. So staying in her lane was probably the way. And now if you did that, that would have explained more. But I just needed 5 minutes to tell us what the hell's going on so we could ground ourselves and say, okay, now we can accept things. Now let's move on with the plot. And I think that's something that this next trilogy, or whatever they do with the movies in between episodes 6 and 7, is what's needed in order to get people back into Star Wars. You have to fix some stuff. And then you could continue with the classic adventure. That's all I gotta say about Star Wars, is that they just lacked, they went so far out to get out of their way to be out of the prequels like mindset and return to like the traditional Star Wars. They forgot that at this point you can't really go back. You could still have that, but you still have to have world building, because that's what we're here for. We're not here for just the simple adventure. We're here to know more about the world. And that is something, unfortunately, they decided we're not going to do that, because that's boring, and prequels are boring. Y'all listen to the Mr. Plinkett review, and this is the thing I've noticed. As much as I love that Mr. Plinkett trilogy, the Mr. Plinkett videos, because they are funny, people take the reviews way too seriously. They took the opinion way too far. You have to understand that with Mr. Plinkett, it's comedy first, opinion second. And I see them more as something a funny opinion than an actual opinion. And that's how you can change it, where you can still like the Plinkett videos without it taking away your love for the prequels. And I feel like that was the driving force for Disney of why they didn't even bother with the prequels. I mean, me and my girl just recently watched The People versus George Lucas again. And we both came to the realization, like, she said it best. This just shows how entitled the fans are. Like, and I said, well, that generation of fans. And I'm going to be honest, that documentary has not aged well, like, at all. It comes off as very entitled and toxic. So, I feel like in a way, I think also maybe George Lucas might have seen that documentary and he finally said, this is why I had to sell it. It's because of this. This was the final nail in the coffin for him. And I feel bad for him. I feel bad for George. But yeah, I'm on the zeitgeist where I'm fine with Star Wars. I'm fine with it. Even like the new stuff with Disney. It's good entertainment. I'm not as religiously zealous and religiously addicted to it as most fans are. But I do feel like there are some missteps that you could fix this and still have people accept the new Star Wars, is all I got. But that's it for now. We're gonna be that's enough. I gotta get to the prequels later. But there you go. There's a big discussion for you guys. Good to see you, Dad. I did get your messages. Yeah, I'll get back to you. Appreciate you coming in. I've been hearing that DX Virus from the Lost World novel might be in Rebirth recently. I've heard about that because it was supposed to be in Dominion, and they decided to remove that entire plot and replace it with Locust because of COVID, and they didn't want to offend anybody. There's the honest truth. They didn't want to offend anybody. The pandemic just happened. So, I mean, it makes sense, but at the same time, it's like, come on. Have some balls. Star Wars Visions was really good. I really liked that. Do you wish there would be a 33 meg like the Peter Jackson in the style of the Monsterverse? That'd be cool, but I think we're good with what we got right now. This is my opinion. Or Timon and Pumbaa just eating grubs on Ray Player Wonder. It was just a joke. To be honest, it was a joke, and it was a deep gag at my... I can't remember which review it was where I had them show up. It was sort of a very knee-deep joke, deep cut, as they put it. I hope Jurassic World Rebirth doesn't overdo the story. I don't think it will. In fact, I think the dinosaurs even are going to be a bit more condensed, which I'm actually okay with. The last two had so many dinosaurs. It's about time we kind of pull back and just like make it very minimal. I think it's going to be a very minimal story, minimal scale. Did you hear that is someone better than being Megatron than Frank Welker's name's Corey Burton? I've heard him. I haven't watched him though. I have not watched many of his videos in a while, so I don't really have an opinion. I really like the Star Wars Trilogy Special Edition. It has its moments. I'll say the best one of that trilogy is probably Empire, because Empire used the digital changes appropriately, where they didn't overdo it on the ships, they didn't overdo it on visual. I think the Wampa, I like that version more than the original. I think that was a decent change. But that's the thing, like, things like that are a little better than, say, the original trilogy and Return of the Jedi, which have probably the most amount of changes that I do not like, honestly. Watch Kong Shima vs. King Ghidorah from Sea Animators. Nice! I'm skipping the Lion King prequel, not interested. Yeah, me too. I'm gonna be honest, I think the Star Wars prequel trilogies are really good at distance to Star Wars, despite all the flaws. No, I like the prequels too, Sammy. I really do enjoy the prequels. There's a little spoiler for my opinions when the prequels come out. I love that one, and I love Figment. Figment is hilarious. I forgot he existed, but it wasn't until Theme Snark came in, and he did his shtick, his enduring love for Figment, that I think, that's hilarious. What if there was a Jaws animated series? That's a one-season deal, if it was. I don't think that could go on for too long before you've milked it dry. Did you hear that Mandalorian's getting another season and a retell? Interesting. I know about the movie. I don't know what's going on. I'm waiting to see a couple things before I get interested in that. Especially the Return of the Jedi is absolutely perfected the ending, though. Yes, I agree. But you know what I don't agree with? All the shit in Jabba's Palace sucks. Those updates were horrible. I do not like Jedi Rocks. I prefer Leap Neck. That is more catchy, that is more interesting, it's more practical. Screw Jedi Rocks. Do not like that. Hate that shit. Ugh. No, you didn't miss anything, man. I would love a sequel. If they could pull that off, I'd be like, oh shit. That'd be cool. How to make IndiFan? That's a very good question. We met through his review of my fan film. And I did a reaction. I thought it was hilarious. And then we started talking. Really great guy. Love working with him. You know, really love working with the guy. He's amazing. I prefer Raymer Studios' depiction of Dracula or Universal's depiction. Yeah, that's my Dracula. That is my Dracula. I'm interested in the Lion King prequel as I don't want to judge it before it comes up. But the last one wasn't good. I think it's a matter of don't judge it. It's a matter of don't trust it. Don't trust it, is all I'll say. Yes, I know. Let it die. Let it die. It was fine. Let's see. Yeah, they're gonna totally downplay it. They're gonna fuck it up. I don't like it. Can a Kong trilogy work? If you take the original story and you split it into 3 parts, then possibly, like as a TV miniseries. I had an idea how the villain of Titanic should have died. When he's chasing the main character, sharks manage to get into the boat and get it. Damn. Are we talking about the animated Titanic movie? Because that would be okay. But when it comes to, like, the Cameron movie, I don't know about that, but it'd be interesting. Poor Billy Zane. Oh, no. No, Mandalorian and Grogu is going to be a movie. It's not going to be a season. Godzilla, Mothra, okay. That's a good list. I'm really excited for that. Imagine a fight between Star and the Raptors. Oh, shit, that would have been cool, actually. Again, if we had the money and budget, we probably would have done that. Have you picked up any new books? You know what? Funny you mention that. You know what? I'm going to quickly go and show you guys that. Let me just see here if I can change this thing. Can I change it? If it'll let me. No? Okay, hang on a sec, guys. I'm actually gonna just, I'm just going to put this up here. I'll be right back. Let me just go and pick that up and show you guys some books I've recently picked up. I might as well just show that. I will return in a moment, but hang. I'm back. So yeah, Trash, I did get a couple books recently. These I've been picking up here and there. I've been seeing a couple. I'm like, all right, I'll check these out. So first of all, I finally got my copy of this at long last, Volume 2, of the second revision of Kong Unmade. Now, Kong Unmade is a book by John Lemmy, who he did an original version, which I have the original copy, and then he did a revised version, which is split into 2 books. And what's really great about this book, for those who don't know, I'm in this book. I do have a couple of passings and sayings on here. So if you go to Amazon, you look up Kong Unmade, the book, definitely read these. These are really good insights on the canceled productions. And yeah, I finally got Volume 2, and I'm really happy with that. So that's a plus. Also, I should make an announcement. I could kind of talk about it, because I've known it for a while. So for those who don't know, you guys know who Ray Morton is. Ray Morton wrote the book King Kong, The History of the Movie Icon from Fay Wray to Peter Jackson. It came out in 2005 when the Peter Jackson remake came out. So now, 20 years later, he is doing a revised version of the book that expands past Peter Jackson and onto the Monsterverse. And I am so excited, because I've been wanting a revision of the book for a while. I have talked to Ray about it, and I told him, because that book is my Kong Bible. That's where a lot of my information came from. And I am so excited to see this revision. And I have told Ray this many a times. All I want is a hardcover version of it, because I burnt through like 4 copies of his book, and I just need a hardcover edition. It'll make it so much easier to read, but I am very excited for his book, his revision of his book. It's supposed to come out next year on the wake of the 20th anniversary, and needless to say, I'm very excited for this. Really happy that this is coming out. Cannot wait. So yeah, there's that. But outside of that, I picked up a couple other things. So me and Josh, about maybe a month or 2 ago, we went to a flea market, and we've been kind of doing some pickings here and there, and I found some old magazines from the 70s. So the first one I picked up was this for about $10. Famous Monsters of Filmland, issue 146. Now, it's famous for this infamous cover that showcases the 76 King Kong in a building in a flooded New York with Jaws. Basically saying Jaws versus King Kong. This is one of the most intricate covers for that competition. But notice it says Jaws versus Ape. Now, when I read this, I realized something. This is more so talking about the movie Ape from 1976, one of the Kong ripoffs in 3D, the infamous, that. So they have a whole magazine, issue of Famous Monsters dedicated to that. But that's not the only thing. There's a huge prediction here. This is from 1977. Bear that in mind, 1977. And what does one of the articles say? Christopher Lee talks about the movie Star Wars. This is way before the prequels, before Return of the Jedi, before Empire Strikes Back. This is right when the new movie came out. And in it, he talks about the movie and how he likes it. So it's clear that even back in 77, he was ready to go if George had ever asked. That's only probably because his friend Peter Cushing was in the movie. So I think that's such a weird foreshadowing to see him in this issue talk about Star Wars. And there you go. Now, what's really cool is there's actually also a Star Wars contest in here that you could have gotten with the toys and shit. So this is a really, really cool magazine. I'm actually very happy with this. Actually, I wouldn't say this is 77. Is this 78? Yeah, August 1978. So Ape had already been out for 2 years. But there you go. It's a really cool magazine. Now, this other magazine I've been wanting to get for a while, but prices for it go for ridiculous amounts. And they are very hard to find. They're asking, max I've seen is like $150 for this. But I picked this sucker up for a good 15 bucks. Really good. And it's one I've been wanting to add to my collection for a while. That is Starlog #1. Yes, this is an original Starlog #1 from 1975. This magazine is 50 years old, mind you, people. Now, what is the significance of this magazine? Now, I'm a mild fan of Star Trek. Don't get me wrong. Mild fan of Star Trek. But as you can see in the corner, it's that. Old versus new. This contains an article, one of the most detailed articles of the time, discussing the court debate between Universal and Paramount over the remake. And this was one of the holy grails that I had seen, because I remember Peter Jackson was talking about this magazine, Starlog #1. He was talking about it in the documentary where he said, I had known about Universal doing it for a while. I remember reading one of the very first issues of Starlog magazine, and they had an article about the competing columns in 75. Now, I have this in digital print, but I wanted a physical copy. This is one of my sought-after items. Saw it at a convention, again, 100 to 150, but I picked it up for $15, and the reason for it was finding is fun. But you know what? I don't care. I'm going to keep it as it is, sort of a display, but it is really cool to have Starlog #1. Really excited to have this. Really happy to have this in my collection. It's going to be just used in my videos just to kind of describe what I'm talking about. But yeah, that was really cool. Also, Dad's going to get dinner. Have fun, Dad. Enjoy your meal. Now these two I picked up actually at the dollar store. Dollar store. Now here's what's crazy about dollar stores here in Canada. They sell comic books now. They just sell comics. I'm like, okay. So I picked up 2 comics that I was really interested in. This one intrigued me. This one was interesting. I've never read this, but as a fan of this character, I love it. I got Volume 1 of Batman and the Justice League. What this is it's an anime. It's a manga of Batman in the style of anime. And it actually is about this guy. This, a young boy from Japan travels to Gotham City on a mission to solve, like, some sort of case. Now, I picked this up and intrigued not only to read it, but it kind of reminds me of my show, doesn't it? I had no idea this shit existed. So when I did my Batman video back in season 7, a lot of people were telling me, hey, isn't this kind of based on Batman the Justice League? And I was like, I don't know what the fuck y'all are talking about. But then I saw this, I'm like, okay, now I can figure out what's up. Because if I had any way loosely adapted this, then I consider that pretty damn cool. But I did pick this up, and I'm really excited. So, yeah, I'm going to read that. The last thing I picked up was, again, it was at the dollar store, and I was actually really cool with this. They had a copy of the graphic novel of The Death of Superman. Been wanting to read this for a while. Picked it up for like $3. So, yeah, I'm really happy with this. I'm really happy I got myself a copy of The Death of Superman. I've got this on par with Dark Knight Returns. I'm getting essentially all the essential comics. But, yeah, very happy with that. Really excited with that. That was all good. It was really awesome that I get it. So thank you, Cinematic Trash, for that question. That was really good. All right, good to see you, Mr. Don Diego. Good to see you. Visit flea markets. I mean, you just have to go travel around, man. It's pretty easy. Oh, that'd be cool if they did. I'd go see that. I'd be up for that. That'd be awesome. I know. I know it's what Batman v Superman also was inspired from. And actually, you know what? While we're here, guys, why don't we open the floor? Since we're kind of already basically we've gone through most of the comments, and why don't we try and attempt to bring some people in? So I'm gonna open the floor. We haven't had some guests in a while. Give me a sec. Let's pop them in. Let's bring some people in. Let's see if they want to join us. Let's see. Let me bring some people in. Let me see if anybody would be interested in popping in and joining us. I'll bring them in. I'll send the invite out. See if they want to jump in. Who else do I want to bring in? That in. Who else do we want to bring in for this? I'll just leave the floor open in case anybody wants to join. But yeah. Oh, anyway, yeah. So let's see. Yeah, I'll just leave that open. Let's see here. Invite is open. All right. So there's that. Hopefully we have some people come in. Let's see what happens. Let's see if anybody's interested. But there you go. Let's see for sure. All right. So I did send the invite out. Let's see with everything. It's kind of ironic how after all the chaos with King Kong remakes, right, Dino De Laurentiis would go do business with Universal and Flash Gordon. Yeah, that's the ironic thing. Because then Star Wars came out. Star Wars came out and said, all right, let's, do that. So I'm just gonna send the invite to a few more people. Let's see here. Let me get, let's see what these guys are up to. Let me bring him in. Let me see if he wants to come in. Just an idea. Who else can we bring in here? Let's see who else I can open the floor to. There we go. All right, let's bring some people in. And yeah. Hopefully that's good. There we go. So I'll have the invite in. See if anyone wants to join us. And we'll make that a thing. Do you have any advice for filmmakers that want to do trilogies for a franchise? If your story is too big, split it into either 2 parts or 3 parts. That's how you get a trilogy, mostly. Favorite part about watching his productions is when he gets super angry at something. Yeah, it is really funny. It's very YouTube poopish. Plus, see, I'm just talking about Sonic 3. I'm like, I'm not really into Sonic, but it's really cool, actually. Doing some research in this new Spider-Source. Okay, interesting. I know that. Do you have any advice for filmmakers that want to do trilogies? Alright, I already answered that. I don't want Mufasa the Lion King to get panned. I mean, let's see, man. There's not really much faith in that one. Nice! Okay, that's gonna be interesting, Ethan. I'm actually excited for that. What do you think about Blade getting delayed every time? I think they just can't do what they can't compete with Wesley Snipes. Maybe they're starting to realize maybe there is only one Blade. Is all we'll say. I can only do it if it's super chats. Unless like there's an okay, I'll tell you like this, Dave. If you update the Patreon, then there's that can possibly work. I'm already planning my fanfiction series trilogy. Very nice. What do you already answered that? Okay, I was 7 when King Kong was in theaters. Yeah, I was 13 when it came out. Thoughts on the La Brea tar pits? Never visited. Only know it through pop culture. Ever played Wii? Never played the Nintendo Wii. I don't. If it's hand-drawn and continues after Lion King 2, then maybe. I want Lion King 3. But I don't want any more live-action shit, and I also want to be hand-drawn. I don't want to be digitally drawn. It's because it's delayed mainly due to the fact that Wesley Snipes owns it. Yeah, exactly. They should just do another Blade with him. I screened myself King Kong at local cinemas last week. Nice! And you didn't invite me. What the hell? Oh my god. Okay, guys, we're gonna open the floor. Somebody's here to join us. Haven't seen him in a while. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Orlando, Florida, it is the one and only Cinematic Trash. How you doing, man?
What's up?
What is happening? It's been a while, man.
Yeah, it has been a while.
Yeah, how are you holding up? Like, how are you doing after the storm?
Pretty good. Nothing happened in my house.
Yeah, it just sucks, though, man.
Our front yard has seen better days.
I know that feeling. We had an F1 hit my neighborhood where I used to live. Houses were fine. The trees were fucked. So,
yeah,
there you go. But yeah, also I just want to say, for those who don't know, Cinematic Trash had actually helped me on the latest Jurassic Park episodes when we were shooting at Universal Studios. He came in and gave us a helping hand on camera work. He makes a cameo in the second episode, pretty much pulling the line from The Lost World, which I think is hilarious. Like, fuck this, I'm going back to Monster Island.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was just good to have you in, man. It was really fun to have you on board. It was good to see you at G-Fest, by the way. A lot of fun. I mean, that was actually the first time I think we had all the guys together in one place. So we got to do that again next year. We definitely got to do that again.
Speaking of which, I was just about to ask, are you going in 2025?
I'm hoping to go. I am hoping to go next year because I did have a blast. It depends on my schedule. There have been some things I kind of have to keep a little bit quiet right now that have come up that I might be doing. So it depends on that schedule, but I'm definitely going to try to attempt it. Definitely got some convention ideas for next year that I want to do. Even debating maybe checking out C2E2, which I've never been to, but I've heard from David it's really good. So, yeah.
I saw on their Facebook they're opening it up so that you can request panels.
Or you
can request to host a panel. Like, where do you think they get ideas for panels? They're usually like fan submitted early on, you know?
I don't even know what I would do for a panel, whether it be like kaiju YouTubers or talking about King Kong as a whole. Like, I don't know what I would do for that one.
Yeah, I don't know. My dad said I should do one, and I
should. Like, honestly, like we should no. At this point, we should just do a reviewerverse, like kaiju reviewerverse panel. We should just all like get in one thing and just talk about our shows or something. I don't know. I just don't know if ours could be submitted as kaiju enough for a panel, but that'd be interesting. I know a lot of people who go to G-Fest who have always asked me to be a part of it. It's just that was the first G-Fest I had done. Like the last two are the first ones I've done in a while, so it's all about just getting used to it. So, but if the invite was ever there, I would definitely join those panels.
Word.
I know one thing for G-Fest I've been trying to petition is seeing about getting James to come down for it, because I feel like he would be such a massive guest at G-Fest if he were to come check it out, because, like, let's be real, Godzilla-thon birthed a shit ton of new Godzilla fans.
Oh, why doesn't he go? Or why hasn't he gone yet?
Well, it's funny because I asked him. I bumped into him at Fan Expo because I went to a screening of the Street Fighter movie. It was my first time ever seeing the film. And also, funny enough, I bumped into Ricky. I don't know if you know who Ricky is. The guy that guy in the wheelchair who's like a super meme, who's like a big meme on the internet.
Oh yeah.
So he's based in Toronto. Didn't know that. Really awesome guy, Ricky. Ricky's awesome.
He's the guy that went through a McDonald's drive-through in the wheelchair.
I think so, yeah. It was one of those.
Something like that.
Oh my God, we got guest number 2 in the house, people. Guys, all the way from Detroit. It's a shithole full of people who steal. No, that's all good, man. But here is JT is reborn in his amazing Green Ranger cosplay. What is happening?
How's it going, guys? I'm actually like leaving work, so I'm mobile. Time to go mobile, as Bane would say.
He's shifting. Okay? He's shifting into turbo.
That's right. I am shifting into turbo. But
how are you doing, man?
I'm doing okay. Like I said, work is done for the day. Day went just fine. Now it's time to head back home and hopefully get some other work done.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, yeah, because you've got something we're really looking forward to seeing, man.
Yes, I know. It's been. It's taken too much.
There should be a joke in there. You should just make a self-aware joke about that.
Yeah, I mean, there's sometimes projects that just take way too long to do. Also, is that Pierce I hear too?
Yeah, he's here.
Yeah.
Cinematic Trash is here.
Hey Pierce, how you doing? I feel like I haven't talked to you in a while. Like, good to hear you. So like I said, I'm focused on the road.
We
so
talk
I'm
like every day. What are you talking about?
Well, like on like actual like voice to voice conversations, because it's like.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I miss your voice too, Sean.
That's right. I missed yours too. How's the movies the movie guy right here?
Yes. Oh my God. Okay. Are we allowed to talk about that, Pierce?
Wait, about what? Wait, what?
About what you got going on?
What I got going on?
Yeah.
What do I got going on?
I'm gonna take that as a no.
Wait, I don't know. Unless I said
we
something.
We don't know if you're under an NDA. We don't know if you're under NDA.
Oh, wait. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I worked on a movie in Georgia, and then I worked on another movie in Jackson, Mississippi.
Nice.
But both movies were kind of high level. I had the one in Mississippi. I worked with a legacy director and producer, and then the other movie I did in Georgia, I worked with William Baldwin, who's Alec Baldwin's brother, and and Tom Arnold, who is Arnie's sidekick in True Lies.
I was gonna say, we got one more person in the chat coming in, who is all the way from Chicago, or not Chicago, just Illinois. He's close to Springfield. I don't know his exact address, but guys, please help me welcome into the chat, into the group once again, Hipster Hoobie and Jedi. How you doing, man?
Hey.
How we doing? We were just talking about Pierce. Just talking about he's been doing a couple of films, and I actually wanted to bring this up quickly. So a creator we're working with on a future project named Lita is Juno. She is on Twitch. She does gaming and so on. She does a lot of fashion design. She's actually kind of doing a project she's doing a project in Toronto for Blumhouse, actually. So because we were filming a project, I'm like, ooh, got a Blumhouse production, nice. So a lot of people are working on films right now, which is good. A lot of people in our field are working on this. Great.
Hey, Jack, how far is Vancouver from Toronto?
It's on the other side of the continent.
Oh,
it's on the other. Okay, look at it like this: Toronto's New York.
Okay.
Vancouver's California for us.
Damn. Okay.
I've flown to Vancouver. I've been to Vancouver once on a reroute trip to California. So I can tell you, just flight wise, it's about maybe 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours.
Okay. It's like flying to fucking Los Angeles.
It's like flying to LA. Yeah, it's like flying to LA.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a friend who lives in like Vancouver Island. It's very nice there, from what I gathered.
I only ask because by next summer I want to move out of here and start working like for real this time in the film industry, and I was recommended I could work in Vancouver, Canada, because a lot of big productions have moved there.
Well,
but
I know a lot of friends of mine who have moved and worked in Vancouver. Hinachi, who is on who plays Kiki on my show, she moved to Vancouver and she's doing really good. So a lot of people are going to Vancouver right now. Vancouver is basically North Hollywood. Is essentially it. It's starting to become the new Hollywood.
I was recommended to live in Seattle, Washington, and just commute to Vancouver.
Doesn't Nick live around there?
He does. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Live with Nick.
Yeah, you go visit. It's like every time you have to do productions, to say you have to go to Walmart. Nick, I need your help. I did send him an invite too if you wanted to come in for this, because I haven't seen him in a while. So
I was gonna say when we were starting and you were saying, I live in like Springfield. I'm like, Springfield's like 3 hours away from me. I'm nowhere close to Springfield.
You also don't look like your skin is yellow from nuclear radiation.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, the background's different from how I usually come to live streams. I'm in my living room because I got the place myself, and I got to watch some little kittens that are running around the place. So you might see
a router too, so.
Yeah, so you might see like a little kitten pop up once in a while. Everyone will be like, "Aww!" So.
Kitties.
Yeah.
Hey Jack.
Yeah, they have the sound effects from like sitcoms that like like half the ones from like
wait,
Full
actually,
House.
wait, no, I don't have an but I do have this. Wait, is it play? Fuck, hang on a sec. I'm gonna try to play it again. I have boos and I have an applause.
I was gonna say for
Can I just say the boos and applauses from Disney's Robin Hood are like the best applause and boos ever. The ones from Robin Hood, the Disney one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. It's been a while since I've seen it. Maybe?
Still holds up. Holds up. They had a screening of it at the Revenue Cinema about like 2 months ago, and
nice.
from what I heard, it was like a lot of the tickets for that theater were selling out. So, but anyway,
Was this the Robin Hood? This is the animated one, right, Jack?
Yeah, as most people call it now, Furry Hood.
Oh yeah, that was actually pretty funny. Like Prince John is hilarious in that.
But the Sheriff of Nottingham is the best character. You're way behind with your taxes too.
Yeah,
Why do you sound like Herbert from Family Guy right there?
Because
that's how he sounds.
Well, actually, fun fact, because not only is he the voice of Chief in Fox and the Hound, he makes a cameo in Back to the Future Part 3.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the guys in the saloon.
I was always thinking that was,
Aristocats.
Yes, wait a minute, I'm the leader. I'm the one who says when we go.
For some reason, I was always thinking that guy's name was Slim Pickett. That was an actor back then, and he was the voice of Bob
Slim
in Black Hole, and that was a good Disney movie.
I've been thinking about like doing a huge Disney binge, like starting from like Snow White onwards, and
I watched every animated Disney film in history. I think like up to like 2021. Literally all the ones that they even like pushed like out overseas too that they made. Like there's one really terrible one that's the worst Disney film I've ever seen. It's called Roadside Romeo. It's fucking creepy as shit. Probably a Saberspark did a video on it or something, but they've made some pretty terrible ones. But there's some great ones too. But there was so many movies that took so long to do.
Do you watch Saberspark?
I've seen some Saberspark stuff. Like he always covers some really obscure like animated stuff. Like not a ton, but like, I've seen a few videos, but I'm sure he's probably covered it. Like that's just something you'd see on his show. But yeah, Roadside Romeo, horrifying nightmare of a film, completely on YouTube too. So it's like animated Titanic levels of bad. Actually, probably worse.
I think the one animated film that I watched and I discovered it through like some sort of internet critic. It was one of the most like I was actually kind of terrified. It was actually kind of scary. It's an animated film called Where the Dead Go to Die. And I was watching this like, what the hell is this shit? Apparently it was all made on a Kinect. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? But actually, I wanted to say, speaking of animated stuff, I just want to say just a little shout out to Huey Tumor for a little insight. And he's actually made a huge comeback. He just put out an episode on the Super Friends redo. Like there's some sort of like Super Friends reunion video movie that came out. And I'm there in a cameo, but he just put that out, and we're hoping to see more from him in the future. So everybody go check out Huey Tumor stuff. He's fantastic. So anyway, there's a kitty!
Yep. Yeah. He wants to jump on the keyboard. I'm like, no.
I was saying, who's got the rumbling outside?
That's probably me driving.
Oh, I was going to say, it's probably, I hear that too. It's not me.
Sean, the Canadian PSAs are knocking on your door saying, don't stream and drive.
Hey, it's just like... just a phone call. Although I got to watch some of this traffic here.
Sean's got that FOMO.
So we're just
Okay, I'll let you run off.
It's funny too because like I've been wanting to get back into streaming now that I'm done Jurassic. But what's great is that like my girlfriend just like she honestly wants me to stream because she actually watches these a lot in the background while she works, which is like really nice. So. That's just shout out to her on her end, but it's just been so Jurassic is done. Really happy that it's finished. Now I got to work on my Christmas special, and also simultaneously I will say like outside of the trailer for the episode going out tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Friday, Saturday. I don't know if you guys have saw. I have to send you a link to it because this YouTuber named Spectro, he's doing a retrospective on the Reviewverse. And we're going to be involved at the very end of it. So he's going to talk about our shit as well, which is going to be like really fun. I'm really excited to see all that put together.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out too.
Yeah, the whole like 20-year retrospective. He's gonna split it into multiple parts, and he's working on part 2 right now. It's gonna focus on Linkara, some jerk with a camera, and a few other people. So that's gonna be exciting. So
it's crazy.
Yeah,
I think AVGN is 20 now. Like, I mean, I was AVGN's 20 years old now.
Well, that's the thing. Not only is AVGN 20, it's the reviewerverse itself is 20 because of that. Because we can easily say that Simon's Quest video is what started this chain reaction. Without that, I frankly would not have we wouldn't have our jobs.
We wouldn't even be talking right now, potentially. I don't know. Yeah. Like, maybe somebody would have done it, but I don't know. It's kind of a weird state. Like, where would things be right now, or where would we be if, I guess, because, like, I went to Godzilla Fest. If I never went to that first Godzilla Fest or something, how would we all communicate?
It would be insane. It'd be insane. Like, I'm definitely going to try to get back to G-Fest next year. We all got to hang out again.
Definitely, yeah.
Fun.
I will be here next year. I'm making it into existence. I'm bringing the Ranger suit, too, because I said I dressed up.
Oh, my God. Yes. Okay, but what if we all just simultaneously all got Power Ranger costumes?
God, that'd be so fucking miserably hot, though.
But no, and then when they ask, like, why are you guys here? Oh, we're actually Super Sentai.
Well, no, Power Rangers crossed over with Godzilla and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Godzilla. They're going to do a third comic book series. It's really good stuff.
No, you know what? We do. We just all cosplay Zone Fighter.
Which they still need to release officially on DVD or something. At least put it on the Godzilla YouTube channel. Like, I mean, I think that would be a nice consolation.
I don't know what the holdup is about that. About Zone Fighter not getting released.
I don't know. Rights issues are crazy, and, a lot of studios keep things, like, under wraps and impossible to find for whatever reason. Like, another example is something like Freddy's Nightmares. Like, how is that not released in a full box set of, like, the Nightmare series? I get, like, the original DVD sales for, like, because they wouldn't, instead of just doing, like, a complete series, they did, like, part 1 was, like, 6 episodes. Oh, this didn't do as well. Well, no shit, because it's, like you're doing it in, like, 100 different volumes. Just release it in, like, one set, and then boom. But no, we can't have that. So you have to download some random streaming service just to watch the episodes.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
I'll say this. It's funny you bring up the Freddy's Nightmares. I won't say exactly what I'm going to review publicly for Christmas, but this is just such a knee-deep cut hint of what it is. The actress... Okay.
I was gonna say it's not Freddy Got Fingered, is it?
No, Daddy will not like some sausages. Sorry. But no, I'll give those one hint. One of the actresses in the film was in an episode of the Friday the 13th series.
Oh, I didn't really watch that much of that one. It was weird because, like, that one had nothing to do with, like, Jason Voorhees or anything.
Yeah, it was an anthology series. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
what? You know what? They should just do that with Halloween.
Oh, it's going to happen at some point.
Yeah,
do the anthology thing, but, like, do it with Halloween.
Yeah, because I know they wanted to do that with Halloween 3 as the starting point of it being an anthology thing. But, of course, people were like, oh, there's no Michael Myers.
And Universal was just like, stop it.
Yeah, anthology shows, I just love them so much. I mean, Creepshow, Tales from the Dark Side, Twilight Zone, obviously. Yeah,
Tales from the Crypt.
Twilight Zone, yeah.
No, for me it wasn't Tales of the Crypts. I watched Tales of the Crypt,
yes.
which was the cartoon. And that was all because that was because we're Canadian, we made that shit.
Gotcha. Yeah,
you guys ever watched Alfred Hitchcock Presents?
Yeah,
I haven't, no.
That was like,
I
which
like
came
his
first,
movies.
Twilight Zone or that?
I like his movies, but I've watched a few of his shows. It's funny. One thing I've actually thought about doing is I want to do a Halloween special dedicated to Hitchcock, but I would do like my top 10 favorites. I was thinking about calling it like the top 10 Hitchcock horrors, but the only silver lining is that I want to get Brad to play Alfred Hitchcock.
Mm-hmm.
I just think I have to start it where he's just like, good evening.
I was going to say, one I really want to check out is Night Gallery. I have yet to watch Night Gallery.
Didn't Spielberg direct a few episodes of that?
He directed the pilot. I know that.
Yeah, because I think that's also where that's where he first met Michael Crichton as well.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't Night Gallery the show Tom Cruise is the only thing he ever directed? Like, he did, like, a TV episode or something?
Really?
That I didn't know.
Is he a good director?
Something.
Like, when you watch it, is it good directing?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it was that or something else, because I'm thinking Spielberg directed something. Like, wait a minute, because I know Tom Cruise did like an episode of some anthology TV show. I don't know if it was the one you're talking about, but it's the one thing I think he only ever like directed, with never like a movie, which is kind of crazy because like, given how much he knows about the film industry and all that too, and like, why is he not directing anything?
You'd think at this point, I mean, because he's more interested in being essentially Evel Knievel than he is being a director.
Yeah.
Probably.
In fact, if they make an Evel Knievel biopic, he should just play Evel Knievel.
Pretty much.
Directing is a stressful job, you know.
It is.
I know it. I know the feeling.
I was gonna
With
say
the guy in as shape as he is, he probably doesn't want his hair turning gray anytime soon. So he's like, I'm not going to direct anything. Sorry, guys.
Well, I'm telling you, Tom Cruise's hair is not naturally that color. He is definitely using some hair dye as is.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's fine. Let him do that stuff. And if he makes entertaining movies, so be it. I mean, the latest Mission trailer, like he's hanging from the side of the plane. It's doing flips all around.
It's a biplane. Can somebody please mask out the plane and him and put him in the big biplane battle with King Kong? Please, somebody do that. That would be fucking hilarious.
You know what?
And when he crashes, you hear.
The worst part about The Mummy 2017 is they cut that fucking scream from the movie after like the trailer.
Because it became a meme.
I know, it pisses me off because that scream was hilarious.
It's the same thing with Voldemort, because when the last Harry Potter, everyone was making the joke about,
No. That is in the movie. He makes that, he's like, ah! And he's just like that weird scream, like when he initially uses the wand, and it's...
Is it the part where he breaks the barrier? No, that's not the same sound. And that one, he's just like, ah! But he's not going, yeah!
Of course, we have this laugh, though. That's a meme of itself, though. Yeah!
You know what it sounds like when he does the yeah? It sounds like a long, extended version of Bison in the Street Fighter animated movie going, yes!
God. Voldemort's so lame as a villain. Like, he's hilarious, but, like, I mean, the guy couldn't even take over a school. Like, he's so pathetic.
Have you seen what the original concept designs were before they did Sorcerer's Stone? They said it was too scary. Yeah. I honestly, it's a cool design, but I actually think it would have taken away his humanity that allows him to make us feel a little sympathy for the character. I think it did. I think I like the idea that he's kind of cursed. Like, as much as he wants to become this evil monster, he's cursed to still keep his humanity. Like, it's almost like he wants to get rid of his humanity. He does not want to have these petty emotions. And I like that the design went more for that than what they originally went for.
Man.
So
I don't know. Like I said, Voldemort just cracks me up. Like, he's just hamming it up so much in that role.
Well, that's Ralph Fiennes. Like, he's good in everything. So
right. He's hilarious. Like, I mean, he is just chewing up so much scenery in those movies.
He's actually become part of a brand new meme, and it's a scene from Wallace and Gromit: The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, where it's like, the only way to kill a beast is with a bullet. A bullet? Bullet? What kind of bullet?
Yeah, that scene's just reminded me of like with like the lightning hitting all the time. It's reminding me of Judge Dredd when they're like talking and each lightning comes right after each sentence ends. Like,
I've never seen any of those movies, the Judge Dredd films. But
Dredd is awesome.
The only thing I love is Doug's review of it, where it's like, you're under arrest, but I'm innocent. I knew you'd say that. I read the script.
But don't forget, it's like when they're arresting Dredd in there too. That it's like you're under arrest. How do you plead? No, that's not how this works.
No, my favorite line though is like, it's like you killed innocent people. You started a massacre. I started a revolution. You betrayed the law.
Judge Dredd is hilarious. Dredd 2012, I saw that at midnight. I've seen it a bunch of times since then. That's a fucking awesome movie.
I heard that's really good.
I heard, yeah.
It's awesome. You gotta check it out.
Oh, wait. Jack, your Pepsi? Cherry Pepsi.
Mine's better.
No, mine's better. Cherry's better.
Coke on top.
Madam Web sponsorship.
Oh!
Boo. Where's that boo sound effect?
I was gonna say,
yeah. I guess you could say it's part of the cinematic Morbin verse.
Shut the fuck up. God damn. You know, can we get a shut up Jack in the chat? I can't see the chat.
We need to. No, I have to make a sound. I'm going to use this as a soundboard now. I need to get a shut up Sean soundboard in there.
Oh yeah.
Like if there's a super chat or something, you need like a quote or something that pops up.
No, it's just like one of those like emojis, like emotes like on Twitch where they send points. It's like wow.
Yes, you definitely need the shut up Sean soundboard in there.
We need to make that a T-shirt.
It really should be a T-shirt that's sold.
I've had ideas for T-shirts, like obviously my logo. I've thought of the Shut Up Sean. I've also thought of one of just Brad in the snow going, "It's cold as shit, you fuck." Like just a certain. I thought about getting like people in the chat. Would you buy a Big Jack Films official merchandise T-shirt? Would you
With the
buy
real money of the movies made?
Because it depends. I don't know how much they charge for T-shirts. I know fuck all about all that shit, but I've thought about doing merchandise.
Ask Jay from Nerd Cage Live because he has all sorts of different T-shirts that he has.
I should just say, hey, take like a cut, but I just want. Oh, there he is. Okay, guys, I just want to say, not Shark King. Sorry, this guy. This guy's got this amazing retrospective on Saturday. He's starting a whole reviewerverse retrospective. Guys, everybody in the chat, go subscribe to him. Been helping him out with this episode. Really looking forward to seeing the final product, man. I've already seen like the rough cut of the first one. I'm really excited for this. But guys, go check that out. He is amazing. He is awesome, and he's going to cover our stuff as part of this continuity. So definitely check out his stuff. I have been watching his stuff too, by the way. Actually, not, but the cinematography is like amazing. I'm like, oh my god, why isn't my shit this good? But there's a shout out to him because he's doing amazing. Like I'm really excited to see what he's got there. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Hey Jack, you were just talking about books earlier.
Yes.
Oh.
Nice. Do you have the original version? The original first edition?
No, but I got a bunch of other John LeMay books. I got his Lost Films of the Lost World. So these are all like unmade dinosaur movies and like island adventure.
I know somebody who might be interested in getting those books. Can you send me a link to that and I'll send it to them?
Yeah. It's on his Amazon page. I got his the Lost Cuts editing Japanese monsters. So these are all alternate and missing edits of monster movies. And then he's got a bunch. I have Classic Monsters Unmade, both volumes. So that's every unmade Frankenstein, Dracula, Mummy movie. And then I have his Japanese Monsters Unmade, all 3 volumes.
I'll say this. So just as a little plug-in. I know a guy, he wants to stay a little anonymous right now, but he is planning next year. He's doing a deal with a DVD distribution or some sort of Blu-ray distribution. They're going to be doing a fully restored cut of 1925's The Lost World, I think in 4K Blu-ray,
Nice.
for the 100th anniversary. And I won't say who this person is, but he has actually found footage that has not been seen, like in down to the Library of Congress have called him and said, "Yo, we need that footage," and he's like, "Fuck you, I'm not giving it to you."
Is it more complete than this Blu-ray here?
Yeah, it's more complete than that. It is
Alley
a fully
Blu-ray?
restored, like everything's in there. And by the way, we have a channel shout out, super chat from Super Michael 98. Thank you so much. What if Peter Kalemis portrayed Goku as Rolf?
And the boys? I don't know, like what?
It's like, hello, saying the boys. Goku has you have disrespected Goku Super Saiyan Dragon Hogan.
Have you experienced this 3 shoe beating?
Have you even experienced the Kamehameha egg, boys?
Yeah, the power
That's
scaling
what he
of Ed,
does.
Ed, and Eddie
He
is
does the
insane.
Japanese. He does Masako's Goku. Boys.
God, wouldn't that be something? I mean, the power. You know, there's videos on like the power scaling for Ed, Ed and Eddie because like the insane.
Oh my
pieces
god! Are you okay? No, wait. Are you serious? Okay, we gotta look this up. This super chat. Okay, so thank you for that super chat. You know, we're gonna watch this right the fuck now. I gotta look this shit up.
Yeah, I
This
just
shit's
saw
fun.
that.
This shit's gotta be hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen stuff on it before, but like, because I it was a few years ago, I decided to watch all of Ed and Eddie because I would grow up watching Ed and Eddie. Was one of my favorite shows, and finishing up. With
That was my favorite car. Well, fun fact, you can thank us because that's actually Canadian.
Yeah, Danny Antonucci or whatever's show.
Half
And
the
like
cast ended up being part of Ocean Studios that did Inuyasha and shit. So
yeah, and like one of them did like a Transformer show, I think, because I recognize the voice of Eddie because it's just.
I think that was the Energon anime series, which that also had Gary Chalk and David Kaye as Optimus and Megatron.
Yeah, Ed and Eddie was a great show. It has kind of a perfect ending, and then Johnny's just like, I'm going to be the next like villain in this thing, and he's like, wait, it's over? What movie?
Okay, I'm trying to see it because the only issue is I want to make sure because it looks like it's mostly Dragon Ball Z clips, with Ed and Eddie sound effects. So the only issue is I would play it, but I don't know if we're gonna get copyright.
Yeah. I mean, like watch it later
it's...
on or something. But like, I just remember there being power scale videos on like Ed and Eddie.
This is the closest we'll get. I'll play it in a high speed, and we'll just make it quick, because like, and I'll just like pause it every few times. But this shit should be funny. I do need to see this. I am very curious about this. I am very curious about this because this actually, I'll play this. This shit looks funny.
Okay.
Yeah, just give me a sec. I'll set it up.
All right.
That sex up.
Next time on Eddie Z. All right, let's see what this is all about. I'm very scared. I hope this is it, but let's go for it.
Oh, beat some sense.
I don't know. I can't see anything, sir.
Are we having fun yet? No? Insane?
Come on, Rolf. I said
It's funnier faster. Sorry. It's funnier faster.
Eddie has the best scream in that show, though.
He really does. I'm actually friends with a lot of these guys through social media. I've talked to him a few times. And I know the guy who voices Eddie. He's actually really goddamn cool dude. They're all from Vancouver,
you have to be to voice Eddie.
Which one?
You have to be to voice Eddie.
Well, I've talked to the guy. I know the guy mostly who plays Ed, Matt Hill, because Matt Hill, he outside of doing Ed, he's also very prominent on a couple of animes. He's on Inuyasha. He's the voice of Bankotsu, who has this really awesome giant sword. And then he's also, if you watch, let me just get rid of that. If you watch Mobile Suit Gundam Seed, he's the voice of Kira Yamato, the head character of that show, which is probably one of my favorite Gundam shows, is Gundam Seed. So
okay.
I would recommend that. But watch the Ocean dub. The new dub I really don't like. The new dub's done by Funimation, but again, just like most dubs, it's pretty lazy. But yeah, so there's that. That huge thank you to the super chat. Really appreciate that. That really does go a long way on that end. So yay.
Anyways, fellas, I gotta get going. I finally just pulled to my house. Gotta take care of a few things, but it was fun being on the. Thanks for being entertaining on my drive home.
No worries, man.
No
Anytime.
problem.
We're gonna get back onto these streams because I miss you guys. I miss talking to you guys on stream.
I miss it too. Like I was even going through some old photos from like G-Fest this past year. We were all together and we had that epic pose, and that was just really fun.
Then we're gonna drop our new album.
That's right.
Yeah.
I love that album cover. I'm just like, damn it, I miss y'all. Like it sucks we're all so far away, but
Hey, I've got a project. We'll just say this without saying anything.
Yeah.
The project we're working on right now, we'll probably be coming back and doing pickups. So at G-Fest, so let's see what happens. I do kind of have a plan to maybe release that particular video maybe around the end of the summer next year. But
I was gonna say,
G-Fest will give us a good opportunity to do reshoots.
I was gonna say, should we be wearing the same clothing as we did last year?
Look at the just for continuity, yes.
Okay, gotcha.
For
yeah,
continuity.
we'll see how we all look though, because things may be drastically different.
Yeah,
it might be the ending. We might be just shooting an ending, because we just quickly had to get that together. But we'll probably be shooting a lot more next year. So, also, actually, you know what? Y'all need to come to Canada. Y'all need to come to Toronto and visit.
One of these days, Jack. One of these days.
Yeah, one of these days. Yeah.
Come to Anime North. It is one of the biggest conventions anime conventions in the world. It's the biggest anime convention in Canada.
I did back-to-back conventions. Like I did Motor City Comic Con.
You were doing fantastic there. Like, dude, I should have been like, if I'd known, I would have been like, get me some B-roll.
I have made friends with at least 2 other Rangers now. So
I was gonna say, what if I'm not a fan of anime?
They have other stuff, a lot of other nostalgic stuff.
Okay,
yeah. As a guy who doesn't watch anime like at all, I feel like I'd be like black sheeping in there.
Exactly. Let me put it like this: you know that chick at G-Fest who cosplays Godzilla 2024?
Yes.
She's from here. She's from Toronto. She goes to Anime North all the time. That's how I met her, because last time I saw her, she was Queen Mecha Ghidorah.
Oh, gotcha.
She's building a Shimu one right now.
Okay. Oh, okay. I know she's doing Shimo, and I also heard she's doing Godzilla 98.
Yeah, I mean, it's insanely talented how people are able to build that stuff.
As long as there's a lot of fish, I'll be happy with Godzilla.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I definitely know my cosplay for G-Fest next year.
David, yes, please cosplay Nick Tatopoulos.
Yes, like I just need a backpack and a thing full of fish right behind it.
Get a badge that says Tatopoulos. Make sure.
No, I actually know. I know what I might cosplay. I might cosplay Hank Azara's character, the camera guy.
That'll work.
Sounds good.
And then Sean, you need to cosplay the was it Harry Shearer's character?
We shall see. We shall see.
And then we'll get Brad to be Mayor Ebert. Mayor Ebert.
Sounds like fun. But anyways, fellas, I'm gonna let you go. I'll probably listen to the stream later on, but I will. I gotta get going. So
awesome. It's good to see you, man. We'll catch up and do more of these down the line.
Absolutely. And by the way, the Ranger shot, it looks great as a profile picture right here.
The one who did your photography was fucking incredible.
Yeah, it was like I was on the spot because I was getting stopped for like hundreds of photos wearing this thing. Because it was the first time I brought it to YumaCon, and then I brought it again the next week in Motor City because I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna bring it to both. And YumaCon, I was stopped so many times. I was like, but some people, I didn't know how some people had the energy to do like the little rave they had at the end of the day. I was there for like 7 hours walking around in this thing. Like, I don't have it in me anymore. But some guy just came up to me. He's like, hey, can I just take some photos? And, you know, he sent me his information, sent me the photos. Like,
I'll say this. Anime North, there is a lot of Ranger cosplayers that you should come and meet my Ranger group, because I know a few of them.
Right. So, and you know what? I'm forming a Ranger group of my own here in the States too. I got 2. We were looking to add more and more. So we got the red and white Ranger. So I was originally going to I was like, you know what? I want to get a white Ranger suit. But like, you know, now that I have somebody else who kind of has it, like it kind of disrupts the flow. I need to get I need to go like the 6 Rangers. Maybe I'll get the gold next. And then
when you get all of them, when you get all the whole group, let's invite me down. We'll do a shoot. I'll come down to Detroit. I'll bring Josh with me or something.
All right. Sounds groovy. But anyways, good talking to y'all. I guess for things to plug, I got some other comic book related stuff that's coming out. I'll probably post it tonight. And then the big video, which I wanted to get out for Halloween, but there's just too much stuff going on in there. So, in a way,
I made you a trailer, man. Make sure you use that shit.
Yes. I have it on stage. Actually, I need to get sent the actual copy because I think you sent it just through messaging.
I'll send you the HD version.
Okay, sounds good. We'll regroup on that too. I may want to ask it adjust the text just slightly for the date. So, but other than that, or maybe I could send you some extra stuff too, just to kind of add over footage. But anyways, we'll talk more about that later on. But that video, I'm hopefully going to have it all done by this weekend, pending the copyright stuff, which, as you know, is a real pain. Because I had this thing, a good chunk of it done, and then it's just the audio is all of a sudden changing in that with Premiere Pro, and I'm like, what the hell? I just did all these audio adjustments. It sounded clear, and then you go through another playthrough, and then now it sounds all loud and staticky, and I'm just like, what the fuck? What do I got to do to get this thing done? But
you should try either Pinnacle, or what a lot of people are doing is getting CapCut. Apparently CapCut is really hot shit right now for editing.
Yeah, well, I mean, Premiere Pro is a great software. I just don't know why the audio's sounding.
Well,
you're not using it right.
Yeah, I don't know what the issue is now, Pierce, because I did sometimes you do that noise reduction and it cleaned up the sound my first playthrough, and then I think I started to add another clip or two, and then it just the whole thing, and I'm just now it's all loud and staticky a little bit in some ways, and
did you render it before adding new stuff to it?
I'm not sure what you mean. Like you just
render. Okay, when you render videos, like it renders it, right? So it makes it like it cleans it up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean the stuff because I don't know what really kind of messed it up though, so I'd have to look. But like to affect the whole rest of the video that was already sounding clear beforehand, that's where I'm just like, trying to figure that out. But I'm gonna try and keep making tweaks to it. So the review portion was pretty easy to do, but it's the stuff afterwards where it just gets so. I'm gonna tell you, it's one of the most ridiculous videos we've done.
I'm looking forward to it. It actually it sounds really exciting. I should also say to Spectro, get Sean's content in your series because that's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't really call it amazing, but it's pretty goofy and pretty dumb, but it's kind of fun.
Hey, my shit's dumb.
Yeah, but like this gets like when you see it, I think I've already told Jack kind of what happens a little bit, but the actual premise is so goddamn ridiculous. But like we just couldn't stop laughing while we were filming it. Like we have I'll have to do an outtake video because like there's one take where we laughed for a good like 5-6 minutes straight through, and it just kept going. We couldn't do any of the lines. We just couldn't stop laughing at how ridiculous some of it was. But it should be fun. So hopefully.
All right.
But anyways,
we're looking forward to it.
All right, looking forward to talking to you all later on. Hope you all have a fantastic day on this cold Wednesday.
Rainy Wednesday in Chicago.
Yeah, it's gloomy in that. I hate how it's dark by like just after 5 now. Stupid daylight savings time.
It's 4:30 for us, actually. It gets like really dark.
Yeah, it's a shame. But anyways, sayonara, everyone.
See ya. Also, saying
Bye.
hi to Late Post Films. He's in the chat.
I was gonna say, yeah, I saw him on here. Yeah,
so if you want to jump in, you can jump in. So, yeah, I might go for like maybe another, I don't know, half hour.
All right.
We'll see, because like I know, my girl gets off at like 6, so sometimes she'll jump in the chat. And she says, "No, keep going." I'll be like, "All right, we're gonna keep going."
What was I gonna say? How's everyone's day going, by the way? Like anything interesting?
I've really just been cleaning up my hard drives because after finishing Jurassic, I have to make space for the next project, mostly for Star Wars because
Gotcha, yeah.
We got a lot going. We've been filming like around the clock on Star Wars. In fact, you know what? I want to share an image with everybody. It's just some of the stuff we're working on. I don't want to give anything that's going to reveal any spoilers, but I might as well just show off. So you guys keep talking. I'll go look up like what I can do here, what I can show.
Okay. I have this one last John LeMay book. It's his Black Sheep book. It's his Jaws Unmade book.
I have that book actually.
Yeah. You have this book? Okay.
I have the hardcover.
The hardcover?
Hang on. There's a hardcover.
I was gonna say, I have it in the other room. I'm starting to read. Continue reading one of the Indiana Jones books I have. Those indie books, people are trying to sell them on eBay for like fucking $100 a piece, and it's like they're not worth it. Are they like leather bound, like hardcover? No, they're like regular, like paperback books. Like they were released in the 1990s, and then they were re-released in 2008, and that was it. But it's like they're not worth it. I've seen them at like half price books for like $5, $10 the most. Well, books, especially old vintage books, have like its own collector's market that we like don't think is there. I remember someone on Facebook had found a copy of Cold Front, which is from like 1982. It's just like pulp, like a horror, like little novella, trade paperback, and that book is extremely, extremely, extremely rare. You can't find it anywhere. It was thought to be lost to media, and this guy found it for like $1 at like like a Goodwill. But he makes a Facebook post, but then he doesn't share like anything on it. It's so it's a little sketchy there. It's like he's like, I don't know. He's probably looking for a way to make money. He'll probably transcribe it and sell like digital transcriptions of it. And I'm like, but it's like the indie books. The indie books. The reason why they went up in price, it was mostly last year because Dial of Destiny was coming out, and I'm like, oh my God, people! Just because there's a new movie and people are looking to buy more
capitalism.
Crap. Exactly. That's what Helena says in Dial of Destiny too. That's capitalism.
I haven't seen Dial of Destiny since it came out.
I was just watching Last Crusade and Christmas
me neither.
before the stream, and then I'm gonna finish Dial of Destiny tomorrow. Because I've been having a marathon of Indy all this
I'm wondering
week.
if it holds up, because I remember coming out of it saying it actually wasn't that bad. I mean, I didn't think it was awful, you know?
Yeah, the last time I watched it was back in December, and it still held up for me. Like, I thought it was still pretty good.
All right, that's good.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring this up here. So, yeah, this is the hardcover edition.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that the Jaws 3 shark on there?
That's what I think it is, yeah. But in the back you have whatever the hell this is.
Oh, I don't even know what
The
that
cover.
is.
See, that cover looks more lame than this cover. Like this
Yeah,
cover
I
is
know.
more. It's paperback, but it has more pictures and more pictures on the back too.
Yeah, this is like the hardcover edition, so I think this might be the first one. Well, I actually also brought here to show off, just in comparison, this is the first edition of Kong Unmade. This was the first version. So this is the one that has that image.
Yeah, that's still available on Amazon, but I opted not to get that purely because I didn't want to double dip and spend more money. So I got the 2 volumes because they're the expanded edition of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are you gonna get the revised version of Ray Morton's book, The History of the Movie Icon, in next year?
Probably because I don't have that book already. So I might as well
It's
wait.
become a little rare now, the first edition.
Well, then good. So I could buy it for like a normal price.
That's the thing, because like I'm looking at, because what's funny is that like I have burnt through probably like 4 copies of that book because I'm constantly telling Ray with the revise, you have to make a hardcover. I cannot go through these paperbacks anymore.
Jack, I don't understand.
Too big.
Like you don't take care of your books. How do you like damage them that bad?
I would binge them and read it so many times I burnt through it. Actually, I wanted to say this. I don't know if you have this book, Pierce, but I picked this up. I was really happy I picked this sucker up. It's called Jaws: Memories from Martha's Vineyard.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, I've seen that book at Barnes and
Do you
Noble.
not have it?
They do have. I don't have it personally, but I've seen that on sale.
A big, giant photo album.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's like so many rare photos in this thing from Jaws. So that is just a huge book. I would recommend getting that one if you can.
Hey Jack, you're the Unmade Jaws book. Put it up to your screen and like move it slowly. We got to recreate the Jaws 3D scene.
Just a dun dun dun.
Oh, you know what book I got? I got Chariots of the Gods by Eric von Daniken. So this book is the reason why like half of like our conspiracy theories exist now.
Wow.
So this book was written in the 60s, and it was the first book to like popularize or like spread the word about the Nazca lines and like ancient pyramid conspiracies and stuff like that. I
just watched Crystal Skull that had the Nazca lines.
Yeah, so like in the 60s, this book like had the craziest idea that there were ancient aliens, right? So like the show Ancient Aliens was basically spawned out of like this tiny little book. This book from the 60s that started a whole crazy chain reaction of conspiracies that have like no end in sight at all.
Shyamalan, no, that's not an idea. That's a twist. Mel Gibson, Michael Bay, those aren't ideas. Those are special effects. I don't see the difference. I know you don't. Get him out of here.
I was going to say the one Indiana Jones book I'm reading right now, The Seven Veils, it takes place before any of the movies, but Indy gets married in there.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay, so how does he not explain his first marriage in any of the movies right there? I heard what happens. Spoiler alert, his wife dies in a plane crash in the same book.
Oh.
Bummer.
And I'm like, that's a little weak, but...
Boo sound effect? Where's the boo sound effect?
Boo sound effect.
Yeah. I'm not on point with that. Hold on. I want to say too. Here we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
I wanted to say it's funny too because I remember my friend said this after we all saw Dial of Destiny, because the fact that Shia LaBeouf gets killed in Vietnam, and because my dad was in Vietnam, everybody said, "Did your dad kill Shia LaBeouf?"
I remember, yeah.
No, it's funny because they also. It's weird because a couple of my guy friends here, they always joke about, like my dad, he's 75th Airborne Rangers in Vietnam, like hardcore shit. And the other thing they said was that apparently he was at the state at the time he was in the same state Kennedy was when he got shot.
Ooh.
So people are like, "Did your dad shoot Kennedy?" No, my dad did not shoot Kennedy.
Your dad would have been like 12.
I know, that's the thing. Like, how?
Yeah,
How?
1963. Your dad would have been like 5.
Like,
or something
okay,
like
for the
that.
last time, my dad did not kill Shia LaBeouf, and my dad did not kill Kennedy.
Well, hold on. He might have killed Shia LaBeouf. We don't know the full details what happened in Vietnam, so.
I mean, the only thing we know, the last radio transmission from the troops on Shia LaBeouf's platoon was no.
Yeah. I had another.
I want the person's like, it's like, I have the commander. Do I take the shot? Do it. Just do it.
Yeah. I was gonna say, when I was watching Crystal Skull, there was one line in there which I'm like, that hits hard now that Shia LaBeouf's dead in Dial of Destiny. It's when Indy's saying, "Brutal couple years, huh? Charlie, first dad, then Marcus," and his friend goes like, "We seem to get to the point of life where life starts giving us things and starts taking them away from us." I'm like, that hits hard now.
But also, it's just a matter of like, the fucking Jones, Henry Jones Sr., your dad, Indy, he died. Well, I would suppose you would get a fucking refund for that cup of everlasting life.
Hold on. There's an explanation for that, because the Grail Knight does say if you pass the Great Seal right there, everlasting life goes away. It still heals you, but you can't live forever. You can't cross that seal.
So I think that's what it was. The Grail can only use for one thing: live forever, or if you're dying, it heals you.
Yes, pretty much. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I love how people were trying to say, but he drank from the cup. It's like, but it just healed his gunshot. It didn't, like, make him immortal, guys. If he listen, at that point, if he's immortal, he might as well become a dragon and share his heart.
Where's that boo sound effects?
Yeah. Nobody gets that joke.
I get it, but
it's a great movie. I don't care what people say. I fucking love Dragonheart.
Yeah,
Dragonheart's awesome. Dragonheart, the relationship between Bowen and Einon is what Anakin and Obi-Wan should have been.
Yeah.
Is all I'll say. Like, a lot of people pointed that out, saying this is what Anakin and Obi-Wan's like dynamic should have been.
One more thing about Indiana Jones too, because like each film, it's like, and we were mentioning the conspiracy theories earlier with that one book. The Crystal Skulls I know are like the conspiracy theory, like in real life, saying, "Oh, well, they came from beings from the sky known as sky gods." So people believe that there were 13 skulls brought here by aliens and stuff like that. But it's like, there's been proof that shows that the Crystal Skulls, how they were made, they still could have been made back then, or there were even fake ones that could have been, that people were like, "Oh, they're older" and stuff like that. So it's like, so the Crystal Skulls might not be like real supernatural shit, really. Like, it was just stuff that was made up, and then they were just like, "Fuck it, we're gonna use it for the movie."
I mean, people are mixed about Dragonheart, Thomas, but it's more the sequels are terrible.
That's what I heard too. Yeah,
I remember watching New Beginning and liking it, but I've seen it since, and I'm like, oh, this has not aged well. Why the fuck do they have like a discount Neil Patrick Harris as the lead? It's some kid. I can't remember who the kid is, but he's the guy who's like discount Neil Patrick Harris. Like I can't remember who they got, but it was like really bad. So
have you guys seen the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles?
Yep, I'm a huge indie fan. I love that show.
You see that one episode where they had Harrison Ford come back and he was in a few scenes?
Yeah. Here's the reason why that's there, because the show originally had bookends where it was Indy in his 90s, in the 1990s. Yeah. And he had an eye patch, and he would just be like, "Oh, when I was a whippersnapper, I used to be a whippersnapper," and stuff like that.
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say this right now, David. Terrible impression of old Harrison. You have to be like,
Harrison Ford. It's George Hall. Damn it! It's a different old man.
You gotta talk like this all the goddamn time. I'm taking cues from Clint.
Well, George Hall did not imitate Harrison Ford. He did his own thing, because it showed a different progression of Indy throughout his ages right there. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But yeah, the show originally had bookends where it was a 90-year-old Indy where he would tell his stories and stuff. And he would also like say it was part of history like this and stuff, because the show was supposed to teach kids about history.
It belongs in a museum.
Yeah, and then but then when it came to home media, Lucas was like, oh, those bookends that were so interesting and people loved, I'm gonna take those out, and we're just gonna keep the Harrison Ford one in there just because. That's like, why the fuck would you do that?
And we're gonna replace him with more Jar Jar, because Jar Jar's the key to everything.
Well, I think too the reason why he took it out too, because there's one episode where you see there's a woman like getting like her kids and stuff, and then she calls Indy. She's like, "Dad, we need to go." So it's like Indy had a daughter, and it's like, so it doesn't work with the timeline with Crystal Skull.
There's basically 2 or 3 canon timelines.
But here's the thing: Indy's been with so many women in each adventure. He has more than one kid. Let's be honest.
He probably has a kid who ended up like. I'm pretty sure that German girl probably had a kid with him.
Well, she died because she fell in the bottomless pit in Last Crusade.
I don't know. Maybe it's like, okay, you can die, but we're gonna send your kid up to Earth because I'm not done with you.
Yeah, but it's like maybe Willie Scott got pregnant too. I don't know. So
I was like, Indy, I hate to tell you, the baby's not yours. Whose is it? It's a guy named Steven.
The Willie Scott theory would make more sense.
Probably, yeah.
I'm just gonna put myself out. I'll be right back. You guys keep talking.
All right. Yeah. So, anyways, let's keep a Lucasfilm topic going. How about that Star Wars?
Boo!
I know.
Boo!
Yeah, did you hear about that though? That they're planning on making episode 10 through 12. Like it's rumored.
Care.
I'm like.
They announced a lot of things, and then they canceled a lot of their announcements, and then they announced more shit.
Yeah.
Star Wars is kind of dead to me. I'm just like,
I'm still watching it because it's a franchise I cannot let go of because it's been there since I was a kid.
I mean, I still enjoy it. I'm just
but it's just
culturally, or I'm not as religiously obsessed as most people are.
A little bit with me too, but it's just. The Acolyte, though, oh my fucking God, that is literally the worst Star Wars thing I have ever seen in my life.
I actually have a question for you guys. I mean, just out of curiosity, because I know his views can be a little bit controversial, but are you guys pro Star Wars theory?
I don't watch Star Wars theory.
I agree with some stuff, but I also disagree with other stuff. So I'm just like, I just watch occasionally, and I'm like, yeah, no.
I look past that, and I do enjoy Star Wars theory. I do like what he taught. Like, I'm really less interested in his controversial topics.
Agreed, yeah.
A part of his channel, but it's more so I want to see more of his Vader series because that shit fucking slaps. Like episode 2, I'm really looking forward to. I also have been thinking about maybe buying one of his theory sabers because I heard that they're really good.
Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah.
I wanted to bring this up since we were bringing up Indiana Jones because I want to show you guys this. I don't know if I've shown these. I have the whole trilogy on Laserdisc.
So does my dad. I've seen those before. Yeah.
I got these in a deal where it came with the Criterion version of the original King Kong and the Criterion collection of Akira.
Oh, yeah.
I gave to Josh because Josh is more of an Akira fan, but I got it for the Indiana. Listen, I was going to get the Criterion Kong, but they added an extra deal, so I got $10 a Laserdisc. So I'm like, yeah, I got myself the Indiana Jones trilogy.
So you got your Criterion Kong for $10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the Criterion Kong on Laserdisc, and I got for $3.
Well, your American currency is pretty fucking cheap.
I know. I'm like, that's fucked up.
Without saying too much, you don't want to know how much the definitive editions of Star Wars Laserdisc go for here in Canada.
Oh, yeah.
The max I've seen, like the medium ground, $300.
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah.
It's like I'm not paying for that. I'm not paying $300 for something that's just.
And it's like the thing is too. It's like the original thing like had like a piece of paper on the back of it that was like taped on. And it's like usually people just threw those out. So I'm like, it's not really worth the $300 if you don't have fully everything that came with it. So
I just wonder which version on Laserdisc is better quality. Would it be the Black Series Definitive Collection or would it be the THX 95 Laserdiscs?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah,
because I fondly remember watching the THX 95 versions. which I don't mind on VHS. I kind of want to get the widescreen version of them. I've never seen those. My favorite part was just watching the interview with Leonard Maltin with George Lucas.
Oh, yeah. I remember that, yeah.
Yeah. Leonard Maltin, you know, he does a lot of live streams on Facebook now.
What else is it going to do?
Whew.
You know? I like Leonard Maltin. I think he's a very informative. I remember I mostly knew him from those VHSs, but then when the hype for Phantom Menace came out, he was marketing that. I feel like he was very much associated with Entertainment Tonight. So anytime they need to do some Star Wars content, they would go to Leonard to say, "Hey, Leonard, go to Skywalker Ranch and talk to George Lucas or something." No, literally, they literally there are like multiple interviews with Leonard Maltin talking to George Lucas on behalf of Entertainment Tonight, especially with the hype for the prequels.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I was there. I was there for that.
Same.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, wait, how old were you when Phantom Menace came out?
I was 3 years old.
I was 7.
Yeah, I still remember seeing Phantom Menace in the theater when I was 3, like it was yesterday. I'm like, that is insane. I still remember it like that. Like,
I saw that thing in cinemas, I think about 5 times when it came out.
yeah,
And
same probably here. Yeah.
Re-release and the re-release this year was about 7 times I've seen Phantom Menace.
Yeah. Then the other time I saw it was in 3D, and then I was like, I'm not gonna see it in theaters again.
Wait, did you not see the re-release that came out recently?
No, I didn't. I was too busy.
Okay, just contrast and difference. The 3D re-release was barely anybody was in those theaters.
Same here, yeah.
But then the new release this year, packed house.
I remember you told me, yeah.
House. And what I love is both times, the last 2 times I've seen it, so the 3D re-release, I saw it, and I pulled something off and nobody laughed. But this time I did it and everybody laughed their ass off. When they got out the ventilation shaft, I literally screamed, "Oh my God, what's wrong with your face?" And I heard so many people laugh, and then afterwards they came up to me and said, "You were the guy who said that." Like, that's fucking hilarious. So half the people who went in that theater knew about the Mr. Plinkett video. So,
Well, I'm sure everyone in there knows about the Mr. Plinkett videos. Plinkett made the prequel so popular.
I think he actually, sort of resurged interest because it kind of just came in when people said, "Okay, well, we're done with that." And then they're like, "Oh, well, actually, this guy's been making it really funny." So, I should say, I'll give a little minor spoiler about the Jurassic World Dominion review. Mr. Bootleg Plinkett does make an appearance, so look forward to the shenanigans on that.
How dare you bring Mr. Bootleg Plinkett in there? My impression's so much better.
I feel like we need to do
got a cat right here.
I think we need to do a Into the Plinkett verse. And I think what we have to get one of your cats and make him look like Mr. Plinkett. Cat Plinkett.
Probably this one.
It's actually oh my God, I didn't know I had a son.
I mean, probably this one because she's the fattest one out of them, I think.
Mr. Kitty, Plinkitty. Plinkitty. There you go.
Mr. Plinkcat.
Oh!
Hey! Hold on.
Not that one. There you go.
I'm surprised you guys didn't think of that one before I did.
Oh, this is fun. That's real. Mr. Plinkcat. That's good.
And then his
got
enemy is the nostalgia
the little
kitten.
hat and the cane, little stick cane. It's a freaking beef jerky for the cat. I'm gonna eat my own fucking cane. Actually, it's funny. Guy asked who plays Mr. Bootleg Plinkett. It's actually Thomas, who also voices Gallaghar. They're actually the same person. They're actually voiced by the same person. So,
Don't break the illusion.
Well, I know what I'm actually gonna do. Man, if you guys come to Canada, you have David. You have to meet Thomas, and we have to have a Plinkett off. We have to have you both dressed up as Mr. Plinkett and be like, "What the fuck? You're me." if we do the Plinkett multiverse, then there has to be a BigJackFilms Mr. Plinkett.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Everybody at one point has to dress up as Mr. Plinkett.
Well, I have a friend of mine who I used to work with at Wendy's. He looked just like Mr. Plinkett, like the way they drew him and stuff like that. Like his teeth were a little messed up like that too. I was like, and I said, dude, you need to dress up as Mr. Plinkett at a convention. I'll wheel you around in a wheelchair, and I'll dress up as a big Totino's pizza roll bag.
No, you should just cosplay Rich Evans. You got the laugh, so there you go. No, my grandma used to laugh exactly like Rich Evans.
Oh god.
And actually his laugh is good. I'm so bummed that I didn't know these guys when they came to Fan Expo Canada one year in Toronto. Because if they ever come back, I just want to go up to Rich and just say, you keep the spirit of my grandma alive with your laugh. Like, it's amazing.
Oh, that's great.
What's ironic, too, so it's funny with Phantom Menace and how it's connected to that. So I saw Phantom Menace 5 times in the theater in 99 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
So you probably saw it with Rich Evans.
That would have been so funny if I ended up being in one of the theaters that they saw the movie in. No, actually, that should be a good skit. I'm there in the theater watching it, and I'm like, what the fuck did they do to Star Wars? Daddy, who the hell is that? A troubled individual, son. He didn't make it through Vietnam.
Oh
my friend, why are the Gungans speaking Vietnamese?
And then he needs to wear the shirt that says Dick the Birthday Boy.
Dick the Birthday Boy, but it's just it's Jake Lloyd next to Jar Jar.
Oh god!
Can somebody do AI art of that?
Oh god! It's gonna happen, isn't it?
Please, somebody do that. And then it goes on Ellen DeGeneres, and the whole time Ellen is just Dory.
I was gonna say, yeah. Then it's like Julia Roberts was like, "Well, I did dress up as Jar Jar before."
No wonder the acting wasn't good.
Well, the thing is, I just love with that whole Dick the Birthday Boy thing on Ellen that like Julia Roberts was like, "Well, I did dress up as the Showbiz Pizza Bear when before I was famous and stuff like that." And people were like, "Was that Ellen DeGeneres? Oh, not Ellen DeGeneres. Was that Julia Roberts in that photo?" And Rich Evans is like, "No, she lives elsewhere else." But you know what? Sure, we'll just say it is. I'm like, yeah, let's just keep it like that.
That's fucking hilarious. Like this. I just find it like, yeah, the theaters I went to, the main theater I went to see Phantom Menace. There was a theater in like a shopping mall in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and their mascot was like a popcorn like bag.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It was one of those. I can't remember which company, but then we used to have their what was it? You guys might. I don't know if you guys have it. Ultra screens. I don't know if you guys remember Ultra screens.
Yeah. I do at Marcus Theaters.
Yeah, so they had. I don't know if it's still in Milwaukee, but they had an Ultra screen, and like Phantom Menace was one of their biggest sellers that year. So we saw it in Ultra screen. We were just like, "Oh, this is great." I actually found Ultra screens are bigger than IMAX.
Really?
They are a lot bigger than IMAX, and not like IMAX where they crop it whenever they feel like it. They fit the whole fucking screen.
Yeah.
So, and then there was also another one. It was like a neon lit looking theater. It looked like the old logo for Universal Studios Florida.
Oh, okay.
The theater looked like that. I'm like, I don't know if that theater even exists, but I saw a lot of movies at that one. I saw Bug's Life there. I saw the Rugrats movie there. I saw a couple films there. It was a nice theater. I don't know if it exists anymore. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
The most millennial like conversation I've participated.
Aren't you one?
I am not a millennial.
You're what, Gen X or
Gen X, my guy?
I don't even know anymore.
I was gonna say, what year were you born? That's the thing.
2002.
So okay, yeah. So
you basically
Gen Z.
Gen Z. That's it, yeah.
Yeah. Gen X is like 25 years older than me.
No, I can't keep track. I was saying Gen Z. I wasn't too sure. I can't keep track of this shit anymore. Nor do I care.
Yeah,
well, I'm a little baby. So when Phantom Menace came out, I was like, I did not exist.
You were technically still in your dad's ball sack, as I put it.
In theory.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't know what. Here's a joke. Tommy was so a Simba. I did not kill my father. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not kill him. I did not. Oh, hi, Scar. Oh, hi, Simba. What's up? I have a problem with Sarah. I have a problem with Nala.
Oh, speaking of Tommy Wiseau, there was somebody they made Tommy Wiseau as Batman as like a skit type of thing, like years ago, and he was like, "I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman." And then he has like a football and stuff.
I am vengeance. I am the Batman. I am the Knight.
There we go.
Oh hi, Robin.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, in there, the two villains they mentioned were the Penguin and the Riddler, and my comment was, man, the new Matt Reeves Batman looks really good.
So wait, is Tommy Wiseau's the Batman? Does he go up to the Penguin and say, "You're just a little chicken"? Chip, 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 chip.
He might have. He might have. The video's up on YouTube because it's just somebody pretending to be him. There's no copyright or anything on there.
He goes up to Catwoman. Oh, hi, Selena. How's your sex life?
Oh, they
And
should have
just be like,
done
what a story, Mark. No, the point is when you do that line, you do "ha, the what a story." You have to make sure you make it look like your lips are out of sync. Or it's
that.
like, what a story, Mark.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to throw your voice off like that. I could do like very simple small word stuff though. It's just like, hi. What? Oh fuck! I fucked that up. I could do hi. I could just do hi.
Hi. What?
No.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Nice.
You gotta turn the camera, just be like, I don't know.
I still remember the one time it was you were doing a voice chat thing where you were like saying like it was when No Way Home was coming out and you were like, oh, the hype train, like people were gonna be disappointed. It's like, you know, you're just like I forgot how you said, but you're like Spider-Man fans need to calm down. I was like, why do you sound like Christopher Walken there? You're like Spider-Man fans.
Peters, you need to calm down. Because everybody confused me with Willem Dafoe in the first movie. I actually got the two actors confused. And then I love how Doug says, and then here's Norman Osborn, played by Willem Dafoe, playing Christopher Walken.
But I'm like, would it be like out of Walken's character to just hold a press conference and just go like, Spider-Man fans, you need to calm down? And it's like, why? Are you in a Spider-Man movie?
You
No.
calm down.
Oh, I mean, they wanted me for Goblin, but they got somebody who does a great impression of me.
I'd rather be a Batman villain than.
I've got a fever.
Was it the guy who plays his son in Batman Returns who does like a spot-on impression? You know, Christopher Walken's like, who the fuck talks like that? Tell him to stop it.
Get him to play a character in the Street Fighter movie.
Right! That guy was Zangief?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot. No, so does he go up to like Bison? He's like, Bison, go save yourself. Bison, go. and then you have like just Bison, just like this, just like, what the fuck? Who talks like this?
Yeah, I was just watching that review of Batman Forever from Nostalgia Critic like recently, and I'm like, yeah, there's a few stuff I'm like, I keep forgetting about that, and I'm like, yeah, I forget that little moment. It's like even when Walken's down like the alleyway after escaping the Christmas tree attack there, it's like that alleyway, it's like there's a face at the end right there. It's like, why the fuck's there a face at the end of that alleyway? Like, yeah, who's the architect that's like, let's put a face here, like a giant face?
Like, who goes down there?
I don't.
It's all the like who talks like this. All I think is that scene, that interview Mark Hamill always had about the like doing the first screen test.
Oh yeah. I know the line.
I know what you. Let's go. Let me go first. But we can't turn back. Fear's their greatest defense. I doubt the actual security there is better than Akawara Solace than what there is most likely directed towards a large-scale assault. George, who talks like this?
Okay, now my turn. But we can't turn back now. Fear is their greatest defense. I doubt if the security is greater than was an Akawara Solace, and what they're most likely directed towards a large-scale assault. Who talks like that?
And I read that line like, who talks like this?
Yeah.
So I just did it sincerely.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I got a phone call. I'm just going to...
No worries. Hipster Hoobie and Jedi as Mark Hamill will be right back. So, yeah. So what are you working on, Pierce?
Well, as you can see, I don't know if you could tell, but I moved into a new place.
Very nice. Actually, I actually like that a little better than the old place.
Yeah, well, it's slightly bigger. The room is not really it's not really a bedroom per se. Like it's meant to be an office, but people living here are offering it as a room. So I have like French doors. I have 2 windows. So like the layout's a little weird, but it's for
les Franchons.
Yeah, I'm trying to get
they're coming in like, oh, I'm ready to talk.
I'm trying to get like the feng shui going, but I'm not really going to stay here that long. I'm just staying here till like July 2025.
Well, if you truly need a what is it? If you want some true French, you gotta get some Canadians down there.
Did somebody say Canadians?
You're not Canadian. You're from Illinois.
I know. It's just I had to think of something right there to come back. Be like petting an evil cat.
It's like, Mr. Powers, you better watch your freaking shelf. We shall have $1 million.
What was the line? It was like, good. Yeah, there you go, Mini-Me, your little kitty. No.
We do not eat our little mini Mr. Wigglesworth. Scott, Scott, you just don't get it, do you? You don't. Fucking love. Me and my girl, we watched all 3 Austin Powers movies, and we're just like, this shit's still funny. This is like, I will say Austin Powers, that's my James Bond. I don't need James Bond. I got Austin Powers.
Yeah. Are they doing another one?
Okay, well, here's what I think's happening is that
No.
it depends. Okay, well, here's the thing. Right now,
Probably not.
Mike Myers is definitely getting ready for his comeback with Shrek 5.
Yes.
Which, can I just say right now, I feel like it's going to be a disappointment.
Just
Maybe,
like
yeah.
Kung Fu Panda 4 was a huge disappointment.
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like here's what you have to basically do. First of all, you got to live up to the amazingness that was Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Like that was such a good sequel. The Shrek 5, and they tease Shrek 5. They better make sure that holds up. Yeah. I'm just gonna say this right now. I had a discussion because my girl and I just saw The Wild Robot, and we were talking about what's next for DreamWorks, and it's Shrek 5. And the biggest thing I said was, here's what they have to do. They definitely have to play to the nostalgia of the fans. Like the fans are gonna they're gonna be your target audience to make this a hit. Second of all, you definitely have to update your animation and make it something completely amazing and stellar that matches what came before. You also have to have a good story that gives a reason why Shrek 5 exists. And the biggest thing, and I'm just gonna say it, DreamWorks, you might as well do it because it'll make you money. Just acknowledge the memes. Just acknowledge it.
Yeah.
What I imagine, there's some memes, obviously, because it's a kid's movie, they can't. But here's how you acknowledge it. Say you have a group of Shrek fanboys that come to his swamp and they want to say, we love you, Shrek. And you just have to have one guy have a sign that says Shrek is love, Shrek is life. And that's all you need. You don't need to acknowledge it any further. Just have that, and the fans will go crazy.
It's kind of like on Wreck-It Ralph 2. It's like they had, when they're exploring the internet, there was somebody who was like, oh, local moms in your area looking for whatever. It was the mom meme from Big Hero 6 where it's like her chest is exposed.
Oh my God. Did they actually?
Yes. I was watching it on
I've never seen Big Hero 6, and all I'll say is those fuckers know what they were doing.
Yeah. Well, the thing is with Wreck-It Ralph 2, when it's like they're going through the internet, they're like, oh, there's YouTube, there's that. I'm like, where's the porn section at? I'm like, this is unrealistic right here. And then they have that come up. I'm like, I was just kidding. What the hell?
That whole thing, I have to ask, did fucking Brad Bird direct that? Like,
No.
Was it Big Hero 6? Because I feel like that is something Brad Bird would do. If you watch The Incredibles, you know what I'm talking about.
No, he did not direct Big Hero 6.
I'm just saying, like a move, like the meme of that scale. Yeah, that's a Brad Bird move.
Yeah, it was 2 directors. It was Don Hall and Chris Williams.
I don't know any of these people, so
yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, it's just
Maya Rudolph was in it.
Who?
Maya Rudolph?
Who the fuck is that?
She's she was well, most people know her now on SNL. She was playing Kamala Harris. She was in Growing Up.
It's funny because I watched a little minor spoiler, and I got an opening night coming out tomorrow on Josie and the Pussycats.
Oh,
fucking awful.
Yeah.
At that point, I'd rather watch Freddy Got Fingered.
Mm.
I would rather watch that than Josie and the Pussycats. And I'm watching it like, why the fuck is Ahsoka Tano in this movie? Why is Rosario Dawson? Why is Alan Cumming? Why is Justin Chatwin in this? Apparently this was his first movie. And he's in like the first scene. Why is Seth Green in this?
Why does this movie exist?
because clearly somebody was dangling on the rights to Josie and the Pussycats and just said, let's make it a movie because there's rumors that Scooby-Doo movie might do well.
I was gonna say, I'm like, did it come out after Scooby-Doo or?
No, it came out before Scooby-Doo.
Oh, okay. So, okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. You ever notice there was that weird time for like 20 years? They did a lot of live-action adaptations of Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Yeah, you're right.
Like,
Yeah.
remember how many got adapted? You had the Flintstones was the catalyst. That's what got it going. The Flintstones. You had Josie and the Pussycats, Scooby-Doo, Yogi Bear.
Yep.
So, hi. Where's my Jetsons live-action movie?
Yeah.
Where's
I remember seeing on Facebook the fake poster for the 90s for a Jetsons live-action movie, and I'm like, the cast looked all right. The only perfect casting choice was Danny DeVito for George Jetson's boss. I'm like, that would have been amazing casting.
Didn't they have, like, weren't they planning a Hong Kong Phooey live-action film with Eddie Murphy?
It was an animated movie, not
No, it was live-action. I heard it was going to be
was it?
live-action. And
I saw something. I thought it was animated, but
yeah. And then I don't know. Rocky and Bullwinkle isn't Hanna-Barbera, right?
no, that's another studio. They're cheaper than Hanna-Barbera.
But then there was that era of like doing like very like third-party cartoon live action. You had Rocky and Bullwinkle, George of the
Dudley
Jungle,
Do-Right.
and Dudley Do-Right.
Yeah,
The two of them starring Brendan
I was gonna
Fraser.
say. Yeah.
So it's like there's that weird time, and then like so yeah. Where's my Jetsons movie? Fuck. Where's my Jabberjaw movie? Jabberjaw. Give me Jabberjaw. Give me Huckleberry Finn. Huckleberry Finn?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me that. I mean, we had the live action Tom and Jerry, but I don't know if I counted that as like
Captain
I know it's
Caveman.
Hanna-Barbera. I know it is Hanna-Barbera, but at the same time, it's like I don't know if that would be considered part of that whole Hanna-Barbera collection. You know what I mean?
Captain Caveman is one of them too.
I mean, if you want to count the Justice League, that could basically be the live action Super Friends.
Yeah, I guess you're
Hanna-Barbera
right there.
did do.
I guess any live action Godzilla movie is a live action Godzilla anime.
Oh my god! No,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Godzilla 98. That's Godzilla 98.
Yeah.
There we go.
Because they had multiple Godzukis.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to. Okay, yeah, watch the next one. They're gonna bring in the son of Godzilla, but what are we gonna get? Minya, Godzilla Jr., or just go so obscure and say fuck it, we're doing Godzuki. I would actually respect them if they did Godzuki.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Godzilla, I picked up the Marvel Omnibus Godzilla book. It's all the comics of Godzilla from Marvel back in the 70s. Yeah, it was like $100. I was like, I'm gonna get it because I don't know when the hell they're gonna reprint this because of all the legal stuff with Marvel and Toho. So I'm like, I'm getting it so I can read this stuff.
Is it in color?
Yeah, I could go grab it real quick in my room. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Just show you.
I
what it looks like.
have the Godzilla Essentials collection, which is basically all the Godzilla Marvel comics, but it's in black and white.
Yeah, I remember the Essentials. Yeah, I had some Spider-Man ones like that, but
Yeah, that's what I got.
yeah, I'll be right back. I'll go grab it and show you.
Hey Jack, you gonna do like an updated like movie collection video or like an updated
my
room
God,
tour
this
or
is
some
not
shit like
that.
that?
Listen, if there is a demand for it, I might do something about that. I just gotta find a day because you know what? I don't. Can I be honest? I rarely get DVDs and Blu-rays. Like I keep them, but I barely buy them much anymore. I think the first things first is once I have a bit more free time and I get this apartment a bit more organized, I definitely want to do a studio tour. I definitely want to show people what the details and take to make videos because ever since I moved here, I have not gotten a chance to make a tour because I've just been so goddamn busy working on videos. I haven't had time.
Yeah.
Here it is. Godzilla King of the Monsters, the original Marvel years. And it's a little like it is like beautiful coloring.
It looks nice. $100 hurts though, dude.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, but you know what? It's like I would just say go ahead and bite the bullet because you don't know when they're gonna reprint this again because of all the legal stuff. So because it's like, oh yeah, it's Toho. Yeah, it is Toho for Godzilla, but let's see if I can find perfect example. Here's the reason for the copyright. You have Fantastic Four, Thor, Iron Man, Spider-Man, so there's other copyright characters that they have to go through here. So
Have I watched Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous or Jurassic World Chaos Theory? I watched I watched one episode at the dentist office.
I'm gonna say this: Chaos Theory is actually a really good show. I like it a little better than Dominion. Like, there's a lot of shit I've been watching now that is way better than Dominion.
Yeah. Can I show one other thing too? I got it in the mail yesterday. I got it a week earlier before release date, like street date.
Oh, what'd you get?
You have my permission.
The Dark Crystal Shout Factory 4K Ultra HD set. Because
how much did you pay for that? Now, that was expensive.
Well, this is $100. This is $100 because they have other ones too that range from like $150 to like $200. I decided to go for the $100 version because you get the movie with it on 4K. By the way, it was sealed in the box. Everything was all untouched on the box on the outside. Yet the top got a little bit of damage somehow. It's fine as long as everything's fine. But also came with little postcards that it's like the original concept art of the movie.
Nice. I think I don't know where I saw somebody had a bootleg pirated cam copy of the Dark Crystal when it came out.
Really? That's interesting.
So it's bad quality, but it's still interesting to see how far bootlegs went back then.
But it also comes with a sticker too. That's the movie logo. Comes with a booklet. That's just the production stuff, all that. And the reason why I got it for $100 because of this last one. It's made of glass.
Careful.
The crystal shard.
Yo, that's amazing.
I know. I'm like, this is beautiful.
If they make a box set like that for Labyrinth.
They do. It's $100.
Please tell me it comes with David Bowie's ball.
Yes, it does. And it says Labyrinth on there.
I was just kidding.
Yes, and it says Labyrinth on there, and I'm like, yeah, because they're doing Labyrinth and Dark Crystal, and it's like, it's just.
Why do I want that? Why do I want that? I'm just gonna say it, and I do it for laughs, but give me David Bowie's balls. Just give me his balls.
It's called Fushigi.
Whatever.
Fushigi.
Urban Knights has forever implemented. Yeah, grab my ball. I'm going to turn around now. And it better be what I think it is.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Yes, I need that release. I don't care. I just want the prop.
Yeah, I'm like, this is why I wanted to get it too, because I'm like, I saw it came with the crystal shard prop. I'm like, I want the shard.
That is beautiful. Can I just actually show quickly something my girl got me? It's absolutely gorgeous. She found this at a vintage shop, and also she got me this at Fan Expo, which I
hold on 1 second, because I'm looking at the chat right now from YouTube, and someone asked, "Oh God, hope there's no David Bowie porn." I'm like,
have you not been on the internet, buddy? There probably is a thing. But my girl got me this for a 1-year anniversary. It's the Ring of Barahir from
nice.
Aragorn's ring from Lord of the Rings. So she got me that, and then she also got me this, which I'm really happy I finally got a replica of, the Orin.
Oh, nice.
The Never-Ending Story. This thing's gorgeous.
It totally, yeah.
And then the last thing she got me, which is amazing, she just got me this just really nice compass. Like this nice brass compass. I'm just trying to open it up, but like it's actually functional. Like that is gorgeous. That is a beautiful compass. So God bless her. But yeah, and actually, I think I'm actually gonna have to wrap up the chat soon because I do have to get back to work and stuff. But
okay.
Yeah, this was just a good stream. I'm really glad we got one of these. I want to do more of these now that I'm getting more free time after Jurassic. But before we go, we should definitely give some shout-outs. First of all, just a shout-out to Super Micheal for those 2 super chats. Like, those go a long way in helping support the channel, so we really appreciate it, man. Everybody in the chat who, like definitely was, like, contacting and everything and talking, discussions that we were having about movies. I always like these conversations, but we're never going to come back to these. And before we go, let's do the plug. So, Cinematic Trash, Pierce, go ahead.
You all know who I am. Go subscribe to Cinematic Trash.
You all know me.
Every now and then I drop videos. You know, it's just really up to like what I got going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but YouTube.com/Cinematrash, Cinematic Trash. You know, y'all know him. Y'all know how he makes a living. Hipster Hoovian Jedi, go ahead.
Hello, guys. I'm the Hipster Hoovian Jedi, the guy with the cool name before it was cool. I've been acting in Jack's productions past few years. Voiced Indiana Jones, played Spider-Man, and played in something else that we filmed this year. Can't say what it is yet, but can't wait. Okay. Yeah. But eventually soon, going to be starting on my own YouTube channel, doing my own reviews and stuff like that. So just keep a lookout for that.
And on my end, how do I go back to like everybody in the same? Okay, there. On my end, guys, definitely tune in tomorrow. You're going to get an opening night on Josie and the Pussycats, which I didn't like. But then on Friday, you're going to get the final trailer for the Jurassic Park Legacy reviews coming out Friday. And outside of that, we got more YouTube shorts coming in. We got more content coming away. We're going to work on a Christmas special. We got all kinds of shit coming in. But thank you all for joining us for this chat. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe to these beautiful bastards right here. Support our Patreon. All that good stuff. You might actually get a little surprised if you support the Patreon right now. A little cool, little extra early present. So, and also a huge thank you to Spectroholic, guys. Go check out his channel. Saturday, he's got part 1 of his review reverse retrospective. Cannot wait to see it. Y'all are going to really enjoy it. But until the next video, guys, like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys later. BigJackFilms signing off. These guys are signing off, and we'll see you guys later. Take it easy, and have a good night, guys.
See ya.
Later.
See ya.